Yo, check it out. This is So Sundays, Season 2, Episode 1 with your hosts, Driss, Curtis, Bashir, Sumie, and your boy Alpha.
Yeah.
And we're back like we never left.
We're back. I'm not going to lie, guys. This is our second time doing this, but I'm going to say it again.
We're back and bigger than ever.
We're back
physically.
Again. We had to work out the
exactly after the holidays.
But shit, man.
I missed y'all, man. I mean, I see y'all fuckers like every day, but
I saw you Thursday, bro.
We do see each other every day, though,
Thursday
for like the most part.
Well, you know what? When we link up, we actually have productive conversations about what we're trying to do, and we can even just we'll get into it.
Not me physically. I can't have productive.
we're very
conversation.
woke, guys.
But the reason we took so long of a break, I hate you, Sumie. The reason we took so long of a break is because we wanted to make sure the podcast was like on point. We want to make this as dope of an experience for everybody listening as possible. So we had to take time off to like work out the kinks and shit.
Yeah.
And that was our first season too.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah,
It was a little rough, but
I mean, but
I liked it.
I think that's what people like, man. That's why they're seeing the transitions that we're going through, and they're growing with us.
I wouldn't say rough. I'd say the prickly leg hairs of a woman.
Genuine.
see,
Prickly hairs of a
only
woman.
Sumie, bro.
Prickly hairs hurt sometimes,
But
though.
I agree.
But yeah, man, we back in full effect.
And we're gonna be
We're shaved now.
we're gonna hit controversial topics, but just know
All
we're not
for the rest.
Yeah, but we're not coming in with any malice. These are topics that people are afraid to talk about, but we have to talk about them so we can get a understanding.
I agree. And listen, guys, we're not, like Alpha said, we're not being dickheads. We're talking like how y'all want to talk with y'all friends. So this is not office talk. So y'all don't get mad at us.
It's real
You feel
talk.
me? We're
We'll
saying
call
exactly.
HR on you.
Oh, and we-
Yeah.
and we-
There is no HR.
We don't have
here.
HR, yeah.
Exactly. So we can
say
get
whatever
down
the
and
fuck we
grimy.
want.
Well, I'm your best form of HR.
Sumi's our
But that's
HR.
the thing.
He does
And
work
look,
there.
if y'all are offended, you're more than welcome to like not listen. And we were talking about that
True.
too. I'm not afraid to lose listeners for the greater good.
No.
Because we'll gain those listeners back.
But you know what helps is your suggestions. So if there's something you want us to try different or do differently, that's what we're
Agreed. And just
open to
say
hearing.
something. Don't be afraid to say something.
Exactly.
Just let us know what we need to change, and we'll get to it. 'Cause,
That's the point of feedback.
We're doing this for listeners.
And I think that in general, like if you take that in, like as a whole, be that as a person. If I don't like what you're doing, I'm gonna tell you. I'm not gonna talk to you about about it behind your back. I'm gonna tell
man.
you, be a better person because I don't like how you talking.
Do better.
I
Do
agree.
better.
Be better than yesterday.
And also this season, we're going to introduce a couple new things.
Definitely.
There's going to be a lot of new things that we introduce throughout the season. Obviously, I can't say anything off the top of my head because I can't think of one. But I'm sure you
The biggest thing, we will now be on video, guys.
Virtual.
Oh, yeah. Hey, guys.
And
Sumi's dreading this.
I think we're introducing the fishbowl thing. As well.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
We're doing the fishbowl.
We
And
have
if you guys
fishbowl
have fishbowl
topics.
topics too, you can give them to us and we'll put them in there.
Definitely. We're in the process of creating a page now, so guys can drop all y'all questions and fishbowl topics on there. We'll pick
Concerns.
We'll shout you out. We'll shout you out too. So
Oh, real talk. I want a lot of hate mail, bro. I want niggas that hate us to say shit and just drop that in our DMs. Just because I want something. I want us to be relevant.
Well,
bro.
I don't
Send us some
care for
hate shit.
haters. I do
I
want
want some
constructive
haters.
criticism.
I want haters, bro.
Okay.
I want haters.
I want haters.
that's a
Alright,
good
hey.
idea, bro. Because then we can read good and bad comments. I like when some joints do that.
I mean,
Oh, hey, but you know what? If you
we
are,
can
here's
make
my-
that a segment.
Here's my
Yeah.
thing, though. If we do read the hate mail, you can't be pussy. You got to put your name on it.
oh yeah,
Exactly.
I'm
Yeah.
definitely.
So
reading
if you
that.
want to be part of Soul Sunday podcast, write to us. Talk
Exactly.
to us. We'll make you. We'll put you in our
We'll
segment. We'll
incorporate
shout
you.
you out.
Yeah. If
With
you're
your
a
hating
and if
ass.
you do want to
Word.
hate, that's cool.
You say what
You can hate all you want. Do not be a pussy. Put your name on it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Because if you don't put your name on it, then
Like Beyonce said.
Throwing
Put your
rocks at a
name on it.
glass
Did she say
house.
something
and
like
you
that?
can't
No,
hide
She
your
said
name.
put a ring
Put
on
a
it.
ring
Put a
on
ring
it.
on it. No. Oh, they said put your name on it. Well, put your name on it too.
All
If
right.
you like it, man, put your name
so
on it.
there's a lot of things that have been going on. We've been off for what, a month?
Yeah, it's about a
It's
month.
about a solid
The
month.
government shut down at some point. While
Yeah,
we were
that's
out
a
of
big
month.
thing.
And then it came back.
I didn't understand what that meant though.
I don't know. They don't
They-
pay their government workers.
Yeah, the government, they was just trying to figure out a budget for
They-
the
well,
government.
They
Well,
claimed
no.
it was shut down because of the Democrats.
Well,
Is that
lies.
it's DACA?
is that why we
Yeah.
didn't get our W-2s for a minute?
Well, it
a
actually
lot of that
pushed it
slows
back.
up, yeah.
It
Yeah,
slows
'cause
it
I just
back.
got
But some
mine.
W-2s were already processed
Yeah.
and mailed ahead of time. It just depends.
From watching the news and shit, I think it was just over DACA, the illegal immigrants and shit like that.
Okay.
You know, how do y'all feel about that? Illegal
Yo, they
immigrants?
really like deporting motherfuckers. Like they pulling niggas away from families.
I'm not against it.
What do you
mean you're not
against illegal immigration or what?
Yeah, I'm not against it. I'm not fully for it. I'm kind of in the middle because it's like, listen, man, if something is crazy is going on in my world, I'm going to do everything I need to survive for myself. So if I got to sneak somewhere, I'm doing it.
You know what, though? I work in HR, and I actually had to do a presentation on visas and immigration, and it sucks because part of kind of an overall view of it is the Trump administration is almost allowing immigrants with visas, but it's just like they can't work. So in my mind, if you're going to come here as an immigrant, why wouldn't you have a form to contribute back to society? That's what kills me.
Okay, I can ride with that.
I'll be honest.
Hold on.
Oh,
I got a
yeah,
question.
Go ahead.
So he's letting niggas in and they can't work with the shit they came in with?
No, and okay, again, I'm not a very political person. I had to do a lot of research for it, but in theory, it's kind of like the H-1B or L-2 visas that are already in here are struggling to find work because companies aren't allowing to hire them. So when you don't have a working visa, that's workable visa. You have to.
That'll create crime.
But isn't that on purpose? Like, oh, so you're obviously not working.
Right.
But these niggas can't work.
But it's stupid though.
That's the
Because
So why
So it's
let
like,
them
we
in
gotta cut you
But
out.
that's the loophole. That's what he's trying to get at. It's a way of kicking them
They
out without
sneaky.
physically kicking
aren't
them
these
out.
the same dudes that go to school here though? Like,
Yeah, a lot of these people are getting their masters, their PhDs, and companies would kill to have them, managers. But
That's wild.
when you have to follow government regulation,
Oh, they're not allowed. Oh, so they're not allowed to hire
because it's
them.
almost more expensive to sponsor these people. The prices are going up for companies to sponsor certain types of working visas, and it's a whole web of
I never knew
information.
that.
I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of these people do
That's
jobs.
crazy.
Well, I'm not talking about. You're talking about dreamers specifically, right? With that, or
Dreamers.
well, dreamers are the DACA kids. They come over here. They were brought here when they were young. But they
but they don't get that chance. They don't get that chance to go through
I'm not
education.
specifically talking about dreamers. I'm saying illegal immigrants who are just working odd jobs.
Oh,
just to
okay.
send
Those
money
are
back
just
home.
Yeah,
kids.
but even
Yeah,
like
yeah,
those,
yeah.
they're
Oh, even with
working.
them,
Yeah,
okay.
they're working odd jobs. They're working as contractors because third parties are sponsoring their visas. But a corporation in America almost can't because
That's
it's too
a dope
much time and
segue.
money.
That's deep.
So
Yeah.
some companies aren't allowing work visas.
It's just more expensive and time. So if you work for a manufacturing plant that produces, just whatever supplies that the economy needs, and they want to hire this candidate because they have the background, they have a master's and PhD, but as a company, they can't afford to sponsor their visa, and they can't, and it might take up to
It's
6
just a
months.
higher risk, huh?
That's wild.
I don't even know,
They
to be
sneaky.
honest.
That's some
It's
sneaky
it's
people.
just a loophole around, sure you
Yeah.
can be here as an immigrant, but we're going to make it even harder for you to work, and then we're going to accuse you of being here as an immigrant and not working.
yeah, that's stupid. That's
Well, I mean, it's
That's a catch-22 right
no,
there.
this is a lot. Damn,
But-
you go a month without being here. There's a
Yeah.
lot of shit that happens. So the shithole thing that he said. I'm sorry. Did you want to still talk about?
Oh yeah,
that?
I was just gonna say one thing. So, what do you think is gonna be the result in that? Like, you think like companies are gonna start outsourcing more jobs to these countries so they can?
They've already started
Yeah,
doing
they've
it.
been
Yeah.
started. I feel like they've
That's
been
like-
started doing
This is
that.
my
Maybe more
problem.
and more.
Though. When people complain about like immigrants coming over and taking jobs, it's like, yo, your jobs have been declining or they've been taken away. They've been going. I think they've been trade or outsourcing jobs since what, the 80s or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, you've lost your jobs. You've been losing your jobs. Robots are replacing your.
But it's not
replacing
even.
workers.
But it's like that was lower level labor type jobs. These are like management, C-level, executive level positions, even where somebody who might have worked abroad just has a greater mind to bring to the company and they can't come.
My thing is that's what makes me mad about America sometimes. Like we would be so beastie if we just kept our businesses here, even though it is a little bit more expensive. But we go out to China and all these places, and
it's cheaper labor.
yeah, that's whack though.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
I mean,
look,
yeah, I do want my Nikes for $80.
So here's my thing.
I mean,
so do
feel
you
me?
like capitalism or no?
I'm
Do you
in
like
between.
making? So do you think there's?
I'm
there's
in
do you think
between,
that
bro.
Jeff Bezos being worth $100 billion is too much money?
Yes.
Okay, I kind of agree with you. I don't think
feel
you
like-
need that much money.
Yeah, nobody
Hold on,
in
what
the
you
world
said?
needs that much
Jeff,
money.
Jeff who?
Jeff Bezos,
Who's
You're
Jeff
throwing in
Bezos?
some
Amazon
names.
CEO.
Oh, that
he's the, he's like
nigga.
the richest
yeah,
dude on the
yeah,
planet.
yeah.
Right
Okay,
now.
that's his name.
I kind of agree.
Oh my God,
Now,
that's
but
too
on
much
one
money.
hand, I agree with that. like, yeah, $100 million, you don't necessarily need all that.
But what you made is yours.
Yeah, but my thing is,
That's what I'm
he
saying.
earned it,
He
though.
did that.
Yeah.
did.
So
What you made is
who am I
yours.
to say, you don't need all that money? No.
I agree.
Work. Did you see his
I agree.
office like when he was starting?
Yeah, he had just like a banner.
Yeah, and like
And it had,
spray
like,
painted.
yeah.
Like,
And I'm not, and that's why I'm saying,
Amazon
like,
office.
sometimes, look, if they're going overseas to give people jobs and it's cheaper, look, your shoes, you got to understand, if we had American people work or making our shoes, it wouldn't be what?
his
$100
$80 for a Nike.
sneaker.
Yeah.
It'd just be more patriotic, though, if they kept the shit here, man.
You could say that, but your pocketbooks are going to be, your pockets going to
I'm
be
fine with taking that hit.
Really?
If
I'm
I know
not.
if I know we
This
get
is, hey, this,
we
I would
get
change the
stronger.
game though.
because I was going to talk about the shithole thing. It kind of ties in because he was saying Donald Trump was saying
the
after-
shithole.
Countries are shit.
Yeah,
So.
which all right, yeah, it's idiotic. We know that. But the funny thing is, it's funny how people get outraged over that. But it's like you're not outraged by Chinese kids making your shoes for 10 cents.
True.
Yeah.
True.
And that goes back to me saying like, yo, there's too many things to be offended by, bro. I can't keep up.
Even our phones, we walk around with
Bro,
these
our
phones,
phones,
and these shits are
You
being
know,
made
but
by
you know what
babies.
gets to me too with phones is just anybody. It doesn't matter what income level you have. You can afford an iPhone and the newest version at any.
That's
just with
true.
how many payment plans that they have
Well, you
True.
know,
to make them
Yeah,
more
very
affordable.
true.
it's a weird stat. I hope this number is accurate. If it's not, well, all right.
Google
But
it.
I remember hearing this a few years ago. If you have a smartphone, your life is better than 70% of the
70,
people
yeah, I've heard that
on the
too.
planet.
I've heard that too.
Yeah.
Some people
wonder
literally wear the
Damn.
clothes on their back and that's all they have, but they still walk around with an iPhone X, and you're just.
True.
Because
I
they
don't
still
get
got to
it.
pay that shit off.
I
I
wonder
mean,
if
their
they-
credit shit. But
I wonder if they have like a chart of like what everything would be if it was still in house.
But
Like how much would an iPhone be if it was still if
I think they
everything was
have
made?
that.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
they have
do
that.
they?
Yeah.
niggas is
The
too
iPhone
iPhone probably be
Look it
like
up.
$3,000, huh?
Because
Be more, maybe.
if you
Damn.
go on to especially like stores like Best Buy and see
Yeah.
how much they actually pay like full retail price, like if you see how much they get it to bring just to carry it in their stores, and then
Something
see the
crazy.
actual price that they sell it for, it's crazy. It's fucking ridiculous.
But as a society, we need phones nowadays. You know,
Well,
like
they-
we're
Yeah.
paying for that, as you say, like every day or every month for
Yeah.
a set price.
Shit, that's
Payment-
what
a
we see
payment
comedy
plan-
But we
growing.
can't contact people without it now.
But isn't it crazy that you think a payment plan for a phone? Like you have payment plans for cars, and
Yeah.
but a
But like,
payment plan.
all right, so a payment plan for a car before like phones were like
Sheesh.
banging or whatever. You needed a car to get from A to B.
Mm-hmm.
From A to B is me and you nowadays. How do I get from me to you now? This guy.
cellular device. Yo, I mean,
True.
you don't need a car.
That shit
today.
is like
Now that-
transportation.
exactly.
You don't.
It
That
is
is
You live in the
transportation.
city, you definitely don't need Uber's your best friend. And
Yeah.
that's your phone.
That's what I'm
True.
saying.
Your phone
Now
is
we
your
got
life.
the.
It makes
now,
sense to be
what's
paying
Seth
for this
use?
shit.
What's
Oh
that?
yeah, the to-go car, car to
To
go,
go,
some
yeah.
shit
Yeah,
like
you
that.
can rent them and pay a certain
It's
mileage.
like
I think
$4
you pay.
a mile.
That's
or
that
something like
shit's
that.
on the people will like. Remember you know how we got the bikes.
Yeah.
Now people can just rent the cars. It's
I'm
just
saying.
I think
like
the cars were here before the bikes, my nigga.
they were.
I seen
bikes
Before it
are-
was popping. The cars were popping when I was in college.
I remember.
Yeah,
those.
they're
I
like
seen
little
those.
never
smart
knew
cars.
that.
They're little smart cars
Yeah, I
on
saw
campus.
them.
People would park them on campus
Yeah.
to class.
I thought those were cars that people just bought though.
No,
Nah, but
they're like a company.
Idiots.
that-
I was like, man, who the fuck would
park
buy a
them.
stupid
How
ass
did
car
people
like
get
this?
in contact with one another in the '90s, bro? Like
beepers.
beepers.
Do you remember dial
I
up?
remember I had a beeper.
Pagers,
Dial up
phones.
internet?
That's what I'm trying to say. When
Porn
anybody
was so hard to watch back in the day,
Bro.
Oh my god!
Don't
You
get
know
me
what the
started.
3
squiggly
days to
porn?
develop.
Squiggly porn.
Like you
Oh,
had
yeah, like
the
a scrambler.
Yeah, like the
What is that?
800 like
Oh,
channel.
yeah,
Yo, trying to
yeah.
download.
Where you can see the titties in between all the colors. Like, oh, I saw
It would
titties.
be real fucked up, but then
Yeah.
it'll pop in for a
Yeah,
second,
you're like,
oh, and
there
then
it
it'll go
is.
right back.
Trying to download porn off of LimeWire was such a struggle too,
Bruh.
bro.
Bro, you get like the Bill Clinton voice.
Oh
Talking
yeah,
about
the American people.
Yeah.
I did not have sexual
It,
relations
it
with that
didn't come
woman.
with pictures. That shit just came with a name. The name had to be interesting.
Yeah,
That's why I got.
That's
That's
it.
why I got familiar with like the porn stars' names.
Yeah. I feel like that's how we all started, bro.
That's real, bro.
you know, kids these days are
That's
never gonna
funny.
get that.
They never.
They're just gonna have Pornhub.
But that's what's funny whenever I hear
Not net,
people
net
like,
neutrality.
I hear older people talking about how like dope the yesteryear was
Yeah.
or whatever, and I'm like, how?
we do that a lot though.
What do you, I don't say that.
I think people
every
are
year
just-
gets better, bro.
Actually, no. Actually, we don't do that a lot.
We
but-
every year does get better, but didn't like the computer came out when we were in the 90s when we were
and it got better. The only thing that's
You're
worse
right.
now, you can make an argument is the music. All right, maybe.
And
And
social
that's subjective too.
and social like social anxiety
Okay,
disorders.
social
like,
interaction is a good
yeah,
thing
like
too.
People don't know how to communicate face to face anymore.
Do you want to hear?
That's
go
true.
ahead.
No,
That's
go
true.
ahead. Go ahead. Finish. What
There
you
was
got.
something so funny I saw, and I don't remember. It was something I think either with during the time of Kate and William's wedding, like in England, and somebody was talking about this girl was recording the whole thing, and she made a comparison about she has actually not experienced it in person because she's not looking through it with her naked eye. She's looking through it with her lens on her camera.
There's a dope
And most of
picture.
the things we do is through a lens.
There's a dope picture where it's
That's real
like
shit.
the front row of a concert, and there's a bunch of kids with their phones out, and this is an old lady just sitting there listening to
Just
the music
watching it.
on the railing,
Enjoying herself.
enjoying it.
And yeah,
I'd do that.
Because she's not snapping it or,
Yeah.
taking
Well,
a story
and that's my
of it.
biggest pet peeve. Yo, check this out. If you go to a fucking concert, do not put the entire concert on your Snapchat feed.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
That shit is trash.
I get my snaps or whatever out of the way, and then I just put
Bro,
my
put up
then you
then I
put it
it
up.
up.
I
Get
agree.
one or two snaps off and then continue on with
Get the
your
dopest
night.
song of the concert, like everyone
just get
knows.
Or like,
hey.
well, you know a moment's gonna happen, then fine.
Yeah.
But take the
entire
percentage.
concert.
Yeah.
Bro, I just muted this one chick on my Instagram story today because she took her kids to fucking. I'm not actually fuck it. Took her kids to like Disney on Ice, and it was just like story after story after story after story after story. I'm like mute. I can't do it.
I will
might as
say,
well
I
watch
do
it
hate
on
those
TV.
like 5-minute stories that you're like,
Oh,
it's a
shit.
same frame and everyone.
You know
but
what?
can you imagine their eye is
True
looking
that.
into their phone or camera? And we're all guilty of it.
Yeah.
We all
Yeah.
are.
You're not even
I'm
looking at
just
the
saying-
person
yeah.
I've had
anymore.
Like a
conversations-
celebrity walking
I've
by.
had conversations with y'all where it's like you guys are talking and I'm looking at my phone and then I'm like, oh, I'm completely ignoring this person. This is rude. It's-
Alpha,
You
you,
have a
don't
lot
need a
of those
phone to do
conversations.
that. Alpha, you don't need a
I
phone
don't,
to do
I
that.
don't need a phone to do it, but it's worse when you have a phone and it's like
You do
blatant.
that a lot.
Alpha
nigga.
just ignores you.
But we got a friend who does that more than anybody. I wonder who that is.
We are not. Oh, by the way, we're not
Not
doing
in this
any
room,
name
don't worry.
calling
I
this
was looking
season.
around like, yo, who is this
I was
nigga?
trying to
No
It was
name
myself.
calling this
Oh, no, this
season.
is Chris.
They have
Oh,
He
yeah.
said no name calling this season. Oh, it's Chris.
No, we're not. No,
But they have that. They
That's
have
not a bad thing.
I don't know.
I'm
It's
saying
not.
don't put
He
people's
doesn't.
business out
They have
there.
that company
Nah,
out now that takes your phone. Like they
Oh, yeah.
it's a pocket. They give you like a pocketbook when you walk in. You put your phone in it, and it locks. You can't open it.
But you
they
can
have
have
to
your
open it. Yeah, but you have it with
But
you
you
at all
have your phone.
times.
Okay, that's
That's
dope.
fucked.
Feel
That's
me?
smart.
Bro.
Because they're doing that a lot at comedy shows now. Because
Oh,
once
yeah.
they post their shit up on the internet, they might as well
over.
not even tour.
I mean, I've had
Yeah.
that. I've been in that situation where I was at a concert and I was like this, recording, and then I was like, well, at least let me look at like
Yeah.
the person
Yeah.
recording. Let's stop looking at my
Yeah.
phone.
Yeah,
But
you
it's like
feel
saying
bad. You
magnifying
feel
glass
bad after you go
sometimes.
so
But
long.
I've done it too. That's what I'm saying. It's just
Everybody
sad
does.
to think
Yeah.
that,
Did you,
a celebrity
I
is
still
in
do.
front of your face.
You're
And instead
not.
of just being like, I'm going to fangirl in person, it's like, I'm going to fangirl behind a phone.
Do you
Niggas
guys,
fangirl
do you
a
guys
lot.
fangirl and boy? Like
I was about to say,
like that?
niggas out here fangirling a lot.
Yeah,
I haven't
I've
met
seen-
nobody where I was just like,
There's
oh,
I just
nobody
feel-
that I've ever been that enamored
I
with.
feel like that just be weird. Like you just run into your favorite celebrity. I'm not gonna just be like, "Oh my god, it's you!" Like I
don't
that's
even
not
think
me.
I might be
That's not-
nervous.
I don't
I
know
might
if
be
I'll
nervous.
approach.
Like if I see Nas or Mos Def or something, then I might be like,
I don't think I can
shit.
fan out over somebody who's around my age.
I
Let
might
me
need to
put it
wear
that
some
way.
adult diapers
seen-
when I
I've
fan
seen,
out. I'm just saying.
I've seen guys fan out over sports, like athletes. In
Yeah,
front of
I
my
see
friends.
that. Yeah, I
If I
see
saw
that.
Iverson,
I think that
I
might be
might
the
feel
guy.
bad.
Well, that's what I'm
Iverson
saying.
would be
That might be
dope.
the guy.
See,
thing.
if it's your childhood hero, I'm not mad at that. Like if I saw Ken Griffey Jr., I'd be like, okay.
I did see
You know what I'm
him.
saying? I
I
want to
did
shake his
fangirl.
hand.
If I saw,
I did
like,
see him and I
if it's-
fangirled.
did you?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
but
I
if it's
cried.
somebody, I'm saying if it's someone currently
If it's
playing
like
in there,
Reds game.
here,
Evan Turner.
If
Yeah,
I
or some
saw,
shit.
why would
We
you
see
fan
in the
out
fucking
for?
bars
I'm
and
trying to
shit.
think.
so
If I
Evan
saw
Turner's
Michael
like-
Jackson,
Yeah.
Oh my
pre,
God.
hold on.
He said pre. Hold on.
Pre
Big Nose Mike?
Station pre
Big
Oh,
Nose
Black
Mike.
Mike.
Yeah, Black Mike.
Yeah,
Black
Big
Mike.
Big
Oh.
Nose Mike.
I still see
fan
him
out.
now. I'd still appreciate seeing him now.
I mean,
I don't really
would,
care
but
for
I'll
Michael
just-
Jackson. Well, it
let
ain't
us be
no
a little
now.
doubt.
All right,
Back
we
my
gotta
head.
stop saying the word fan. I would like to chop it up with.
Yeah, I think
How
that's a
about
well,
that?
no,
But you're not gonna chop it up.
you're not gonna be able to
yeah,
chop it up.
agreed. You're not
No,
gonna
but
chop
you
it
would
up.
want to, so
All right.
you're gonna try to.
If you could
Like, if
chop
I see
it up.
Kid Cudi, I'd be like, I'm gonna try to chop it up.
Yes.
with
All
this
right, so if
Okay.
you can chop it
Yeah,
up, if
true
you can
that.
chop it up,
Yeah.
I wholeheartedly would
Try to.
sign that.
Women use
Yeah.
the term
If I
throw
would try to.
themselves.
Yeah.
But you would come off so weird trying to talk to one of them.
Yeah.
Like
I
normally,
think
they'd
you
be
just-
like, "Get the fuck out of
Do
here."
you come up for like weird? So do you just be weird in general? Like, you know what? You know I'm coming to talk to you because you my favorite. What's up, nigga?
You know how you have to approach it,
It's too many people approaching them, bro.
bro.
Yeah,
but you know
you're
that's what I'm
right.
saying.
You're
You know how
right.
you have to approach it. You got to do something with your life.
I would just
Ooh.
tackle them.
Honest
So
to
if you
God.
do something with your life, they have a
True.
reason to even talk to
Word.
you.
Question
Okay.
though,
Alpha
does this
hit
count
us
as
with a
being
fucking
like
gem.
fanboy,
He
just
did.
fanning out, just getting a selfie with the dude? Like,
can't
yo,
do that.
let me just get a selfie with you. I'm
can't
sorry.
do that.
Like, that's
I
it.
will say it can be more acceptable for girls and guys.
can't
I
do
know it's a
that.
double
It's-
standard, but
I mean,
I
I'm
think
not gonna be
so.
smiling
It's
in
a
the
double
selfie.
standard
I'll
if a
just
guy does it.
post it.
it is a little. It is a double standard.
Duck lips.
Post
It
it.
depends on who it is. All right. So, so you're a big Cudi fan.
I'm a huge Cudi fan. Also,
Yeah. Oh, you guys are both of you. I mean, I like Cudi too. I'm not as big of a fan as you guys are. If you guys would you go up to him and ask him for a photo?
I would. It would
I don't
depend on
think
the
I would get a
situation.
picture.
Depending on the situation.
Okay.
Something like
If we're
that.
at the mall and a bunch of people around him, I'm like,
hell
well,
no.
that's Cudi.
Yeah.
Dope.
I don't
seen
think
that.
I would ever get
I
a
might
picture.
snap him like, yo, Cudi's out here. People are watching.
Yeah, do okay. I'll
You
do
know.
that.
But if he's at the food court about to order like the chicken, they get the little
Teriyaki, the
yeah,
Chinese
chicken
place,
teriyaki,
the
that's what it is.
Japanese
But
place.
he's out there and I see and I'm like, yo, what's up? But you got to be polite about it because the nigga's trying to.
I
eat.
wouldn't do it,
Yeah.
bro. I feel like
I don't know.
I would be selfish with that memory. Like I want that just for me.
Yeah.
I don't want to give that
I don't
to
want to around
everybody.
at anybody.
So I'm
Yeah.
not
I'm the
snapping
same
it.
way.
I'm like, bro, I
Oh,
talk
you're
to him.
not
I don't
snapping
want
it.
everybody to know that I
Yeah,
talk
but
to him.
I
It's
don't-
just
people
for
to know
me.
that
No,
I
I know,
talk.
but
Yeah, it's
I
just
agree
for
with
me.
Bashir. It's a situational thing. If you're in a crowd with people, you're gonna freaking take a picture or a selfie. But if it is like a one-on-one situation, like you're gonna first attempt to chop it up.
Selfies
Yeah.
are only for friends.
He would have to initiate the selfie.
Yeah.
I
That's
think.
it. I
He's
feel
not
like
gonna initiate.
I
no
think they
fucking
would.
selfie.
I think they would.
You ever,
I think,
Well,
they
I
may
think
say,
some
like, would you like a
celebrities-
I
picture?
feel weird.
I
if
think
a
some
dude's
celebrities
like,
like,
"Want
do you
my
want a
I'm like,
picture
no.
with me?
Yeah,
Like,
some
sure.
celebrities I feel like would do
I'll
that.
take a picture.
So,
with you.
have you ever? Y'all seen the new Kevin Hart, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was talking
I
about
haven't
how
seen it.
you haven't seen it.
Oh,
think
man,
so.
but you can spill it.
All right,
Yeah.
well, he was talking about like some fan saw him like he was taking a shit or something, and some fan wanted to get an autograph and take a picture with him while he's on the toilet, and this fan was just like, "Yo, I just want a picture of you. Is it cool if can we just do it over the stall right now while you're shitting?"
Holy shit.
I'll get a picture like that because that shit would be hilarious.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
what
get
do
the
you-
moment for
I'll
yourself.
do
like,
it. I'll do
wild.
I'll put
I'll
that
do
shit
it.
on
Is that the
TMZ.
what
You
now?
would, yeah, if you were Kevin Hart, just cover your dick and just do
I'll
it.
do it.
I think it also depends on the
It'd be a
type of
funny photo.
celebrity.
What's that nigga?
Yeah,
Donnell
it'd be funny as
Rollins
shit.
was on
Donnell.
the Breakfast Club and he
He's
was
so
talking
funny.
about he snuffed the dude because he asked
Yeah.
for a picture.
Dave
He asked
Chappelle.
Dave for a
Yeah.
picture, and he kept acting
He
up
didn't
when
snuff. He swung and missed.
Oh yeah, he didn't snuff. He didn't get to snuff him. He tried to snuff him.
So wait, what exactly happened?
Dave was pissed, and this dude asked, "Yo, can I get a picture?" He was like
Inside the
bombarding him and
bathroom.
shit.
Oh.
And then they left, and they got outside, and this nigga was still out there trying to get him in stories and shit. That's what I'm saying.
So
Good guys
Donnell
are
was
snitch,
drunk
like,
and
Guys
swung
can't-
on him.
I mean,
Yeah.
honestly, to tell you the truth, that's
Swung.
just come on.
That's weird, bro.
That's weird.
It's
You
very
gotta have a
weird.
little bit of like class, bro.
Yeah.
Only scammers do that. Like they take a picture with a celebrity and be like, "We out here working." It's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
man, shut
That's
your
what it
ass
was.
up,
That's what it
man.
was.
That's so whack to me.
That shit
That's
is lame.
literally the
But some people
wackest
fall
shit to
for
me.
it. Like, whoa, you was with.
But you know who I wanna meet and I wanna see the people that actually fuck with that. Because obviously
don't wanna
all of
meet
us
them.
think it's whack.
I don't
Like,
want to
that's
meet them.
trash.
I actually
They're
don't
annoying.
wanna
Who thinks
meet
that
them.
shit is cool? I want to see. I got to see these people.
Go to
Trump,
LA.
Wait, what do
Trump
you mean?
supporters.
Go to LA.
Go to LA.
Go to LA.
I mean,
You'll
like
see 'em
you're in
everywhere.
your house and
True.
you're on your phone
Yeah, I believe that.
and you see someone do that. And you're like, oh my god, double click.
Those are the dudes in LA.
Double
bro.
click.
I want to see that person
Like the person who took the
who
picture?
double clicked on it. Who's liking this shit?
Go to LA. Like I said, bro. As soon as you get off the
Oh,
airport.
you're talking. I know what he's talking about. He's saying
You
like
just
who's
talking
the
about internet
viewers? Who's
people.
the
yeah,
viewers?
he's
Those
like
are internet
people
people.
who comment like, "Oh my god, you met that person." Like,
Yeah, who are these people?
So
'Cause I
who's-
think they're
who-
like 14-year-olds.
Who's your
They're
guys'
close.
favorite?
Oh,
All right,
no, I see what
you
you're
love
saying.
Pretty
you love
close.
Nipsey Hussle. If you see
Yeah.
Nipsey Hussle and you're like, "Yo, can we get a photo?" You take it. You put it up.
I would do that literally for motivational purposes. I wouldn't do
Okay.
it for
See,
like.
because my favorite rapper, I'd say probably. I guess at this point, Dom. Sure, I can't think of anybody else off
Dom
the top
is
of my head.
listen. I'm telling you, this year Nipsey and Dom.
Yeah.
I mean Nipsey
If I-
and Dave East. These niggas got the year in the
If I
bag,
see
bro.
if I see Dom, I don't think I'm asking for a photo.
yeah,
I think
that'd
I'm
just
I
be
think I'm
dope
just
to
saying,
see him.
I think I'm just saying, wow, like this is. I'm a big fan.
Yeah,
keep
just
doing your
dap
thing,
him.
and I keep it moving. 'Cause
Dap
I don't
is
wanna
enough.
bother him.
But you know what difference too is I think the difference is a lot
Respect.
of girls have kind of male celebrities that they gravitate towards, which is different for asking for a picture. You guys, everyone that you've mentioned is a guy, so maybe you're kind of putting on that like, oh,
If I
guy,
said the shots,
you
you're
know,
right.
you know,
That's
that's
a
All right,
question.
so then like switch
So a
switch
female.
it over to chicks.
I would try to get the number.
You got well. The thing is, you switch it over to girls. They gotta be wary of who's just walking up on them, bro.
Yeah.
Like you're a
I'm
stranger.
going
to them.
after Ashanti, bro.
See, you see how
I'm
easily
charging
that
her.
switched. You see how easily
I'm
that
charging
switched.
her.
From
See,
a guy to a
but
girl. I
that's,
hear what you're
that's what I
saying.
was trying to
Yeah.
say. You guys mentioned only male celebs. I
I
don't
just
think I
want to lick her
mentioned.
leg.
Oh,
Her
charger and
She
just
has
lick her
beautiful
legs.
legs. Oh, I don't know
Wait,
about
who are
that.
you
I
talking about?
I don't care.
Who you're talking about?
I don't care. No, I don't care what you guys think.
No,
I want to
Shanti's
lick your
beautiful
leg.
though.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh,
sure.
she's so bad right now, bro.
I guess it's a perfect segue to go into the whole scandal that's going on in Michigan State.
Oh yeah, I don't know.
Talking about-
Look at legs here. Okay.
Licking on legs without consent. That will segue into.
Okay, yeah, I don't know this
This
story.
is kind of like a news story. I walked in here and I asked literally everybody, and they were like, "Yeah, we don't know what the fuck is going on." Because I was watching Outside the Lines last night, and there was a report that I think up to 37 Michigan State football players and basketball players over the last 10 years have sexually assaulted and or raped like girls on campus, and the athletic department just kept that under wraps. And
How do they find this out? Like,
Well-
they report it to the athletic department, but they just don't
Brush it off.
Yeah,
And you have to understand Nasser,
Wow.
Keep it under
the
wraps.
U.S. Gymnast physician.
yeah.
Oh.
He's the one that's going to prison. He was under investigation for sexually assaulting 150.
and he goes to Michigan State.
He's the, I think
He
he's
was
the
physician there.
physician, but then
Oh,
also for the
damn.
U.S. women's gymnastics team, assaulted 150 women. And they were all ages,
Hold on.
8 to 18.
What?
Hold on.
Hey.
All right. So I know that dude that he fucked with the gymnast. He
Yeah.
fucked with them. So he was a physician at Michigan State.
on
That's
the,
why
for the
the
gymnastics
And
team.
so when
there.
the girls were coming into him, hold on, wait. So
He
what's
was
that
a
got to do with
he was
shit?
he was a team doctor on the gymnastics team there too. At Michigan
Oh,
State.
and those girls
So
got him.
they
This is
investigated
bad.
Michigan State
I like
because
Michigan
how do you
State.
get
Yeah.
away with that many
And
allegations?
then that's
Yep.
how all the
Okay.
sports things are coming out because they've been putting this shit under the rug. Look, one of the particular stories is going to get graphic, but this was a girl. This is with 4 football players. She's being forced to give one of them head. He was just like,
Wow.
yo, if you bite my dick, there's going to be hell to pay. While another dude is fucking her.
God damn.
Yeah, so they're running a train on her basically.
Where
Yeah, no,
did
it's
they
great.
get
I don't
this
mean to laugh at
dialogue?
He said,
Bro,
It was written down, right?
It was.
She wrote it
it
down.
down in her notepad, and then
Yeah.
she honestly,
What did she look like?
I don't know. Well, they showed photos. She was.
Yeah.
I don't. She's
Normal
dead now.
looking
She's
girl.
dead.
What?
Well, she killed herself in 2012.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even want to speak ill on the dead,
Yeah.
but yeah, she ended up killing herself because she had an alcohol problem, and I guess she would wake up in the middle of the night screaming, "Stop, stop, stop," and yelling out the football players' names. Y'all got to check out this Outside the Lines.
That's
report.
crazy.
They were
just
Yo,
raping
that's
her.
crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why I walked in here like, y'all didn't hear.
Yo,
about
what
this
would you
shit?
do,
Like,
my nigga?
if I was
And this-
If you had a dick in your mouth and another dude was raping you?
Whoa, what?
What?
Yo, no, what that ass. And the nigga
I
said,
feel like that's a little different for a girl.
no, I'm just saying straight up. Your dick is in his mouth. I can't even say it, my bad. I can't even say it.
You cannot
but-
fumble
all right,
over
He
this.
said, "Dick is in his mouth."
You're getting
cannot
raped. You're getting
fumble.
raped by 2 dudes, all right? And this nigga's looking you in the eye and say, you can't bite my
But
dick.
you can't ask a dude that.
Bro, what?
No, it's not an
different
ass. He's not an ass. He's
Oh.
raping you, my nigga. When I say rape, all ass is gone. She didn't want to do that.
No. I'm saying you're asking a guy
What am I
if
asking?
we're
the guy to
getting
do?
raped.
Wait, can I ask you
I'm
something?
saying
What are
that's
you
just a
getting
girl
at? I guess.
situation.
What are you
at,
getting
bro?
at saying this?
Would you bite the dick off?
Yes. I'm biting
All
the
right,
fucking
so
dick.
why would you bite the dick off? That's what I was
No, you know what? You know what?
I'm gonna
though,
shit
that's-
on myself.
But during self
don't care?
defense
That's lube.
classes, things like that, I'm sure she thought about it.
This
But you know what?
nasty
She also
fucker.
thought there's 4 football players hovering over
Yeah,
me.
she does.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
That's like,
And
I don't want to die.
It doesn't
And them
matter if
niggas
she's
probably like
thinking that.
220.
Yeah,
you
she's
heard-
not thinking like, how do I
220.
escape?
She's trying to
like,
think of, like,
when is
when
it
I'm
over?
gonna- yeah.
That's what she's thinking is
And-
when is this over? Not how do
Oh,
I
that was-
escape?
He
You don't think to
specifically,
escape.
he
From,
specifically said there will be hell to pay. That has her
that
shit.
hurts.
Who
Like,
gets
what do you
off
do?
on that?
But I don't. Bro, we were talking about this before you pulled up late.
Curtis, by the way, was about an hour late,
I
so
need
he
it.
owes
I need it.
$10.
But no, before you pulled up,
Yeah.
I was like, I don't understand the whole running a train thing. I don't get how you can be in another room just like,
No,
oh,
I've
it's just
never
not
done
for
that.
me, bro.
All right, so
Can
how's
I,
the difference?
you
Hold
guys,
on,
can
hold
I
on.
actually address the bigger
Okay.
issue? I don't think it's a matter of I don't know how you can. I don't know how you do that to somebody who's not giving you consent. I think that's
yeah,
a bigger.
that's the thing about
That's a
training.
bigger
Yeah,
issue.
we- yeah,
not-
we're not doing
you know
no
what? You're
stuff
right.
for the
A
That's the
matter of-
kinks, bro. People got different kinks.
That's the
I don't-
different
I
thing
don't
about
care.
Yeah,
training.
I don't think it's a matter of that. I think it's a matter of how do you
Not get
force
consent.
yourself on someone without consent. It's not a matter of seeing another man's dick. It's a matter of seeing someone helpless. She might as well be unconscious or dead
This is and,
because you've taken away all her
sorry
rights.
I'm sorry to cut you off.
No, you're fine.
Another one of the stories. Keith Appling.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he's in jail now on gun charges, but him and Adrian Payne was having sex with this chick. I don't know if she was feeling it or not, but he said that this is off of his words on the report. He said that he was done with her, and then Keith Applin was like, "Yo, let me get that," and she was like, "Nah, I'm done. We're finished." And then he proceeded to have sex with her anyway.
So
What's his name? Keith?
Yeah, he raped her. Keith Applin. He hooped in 20. This happened in 2020.
Yeah, I gotta see his face. I don't remember his name.
So
I remember Adrian
I
Payne.
remember
it's
him.
got basketball players and football players
basketball
getting
players
down
and
like
football
this.
players.
So was it?
And this is all
but
at
the
Michigan
two coaches,
State.
but Alpha, the coaches.
The coaches.
Yeah.
The
That's
two
a good race.
coaches. We got to talk about
Damn.
them. They got to go.
Oh, they have to. It has
This is
to be.
happening this is happening in your program, bro. You got to go.
Izzo
Everyone that
and-
Izzo
had
and D'Antoni.
knowledge of it
Damn.
should be gone.
The athletic department.
I feel like a lot of
Anybody.
schools probably
Every-
go
I'm talking
through
about
this,
his second, the janitor. If he knew it, he should be
Yeah,
gone
but
too.
the
my nigga.
AD already
He said the
resigned.
janitor.
If he knew it,
Yeah,
he
the
resigned.
AD already resigned. Athletic
Oh,
director
that's
already
nice.
resigned.
That's
So-
the top.
My next question is, how far back do you think this investigation
Well,
is going
they
to go?
said 07 is when they.
Oh,
they
my
resigned.
God.
Do you
This
think this is going to be as bad as the Joe
I
Paterno?
think it might be worse.
I don't
do
know
you
if it'll
think
be
So they're
worse.
the new
'cause
Penn
it's-
State.
Yeah, I mean it's.
What's up with the Big Ten?
That's what I'm
God
saying, bro.
damn
Why
it.
is it? And here's a better question.
Damn.
What's wrong with us?
No. Well,
We big-headed.
We good.
We're
I think. I hope.
big-headed.
here's
Actually, that's not even me. I'm not gonna say. I'm not putting myself over.
Here's the bigger question is it's not just happening in Michigan State.
It's not. It's
That's what I'm
everywhere.
saying. I
The
feel like it's
spotlight,
happening in
it's
a lot of
happening.
schools.
It's being exposed at spotlight schools, but it's happening everywhere.
No.
Like-
I'm saying it's happening at Michigan State because Larry Nasser's going.
That's
to
what I was
jail.
about to say. If that nigga wasn't like get caught, if he didn't get caught,
Yeah.
then
Investigation.
this
wouldn't have-
Michigan State thing would still be on
It's
the wraps.
under the wraps,
Yeah.
bro. They. And they were talking about Mark Emmerick, who's the head of the NCAA.
Yeah.
He knew because they brought it up to him, and he brushed. Apparently, he brushed it off too.
He gone.
Listen, man, we got to get these rings,
Oh, my
man.
God.
Everybody, get the
They
fuck
gotta
out.
get these
Everyone's
rings.
gotta
It's
get
a
out.
wrap.
Who do you
They
think's
gotta get
next?
them rings.
Who do you think's next?
I don't know who's next. I hope there's not a next, but you know
Miami, bro.
Why are you throwing the whole
Florida.
organization?
Yeah.
You was cool out
Florida
there.
go-
He said yes.
You know
Florida
what's so
people
sad
crazy,
during
bro.
the Nasser, they showed all the gymnasts putting their statements out, is the mothers of like the 8-year-olds and the 10-year-olds who had to speak on behalf of
Damn.
the kids. I think that was the worst.
Oh, so these children are still
they
still
said,
children.
I mean, some of the moms were giving statements, and because I think on gymnasts, gymnasts are usually younger,
young.
and a lot of them are.
This stuff was probably
16.
still happening
The-
like last year.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
I think it's so sad to hear that these are kids that can't even put a statement out in court. Their mothers have to do it. Could you
Who the
imagine?
hell
Wasn't
gets
there like a
off
star
on shit
gymnast
like
that spoke
though?
on it?
Allie,
Allie, something. Yeah, she was like,
the one with the big ponytail.
yeah, bro. She was. That was.
Yeah, that was a great speech.
She was a
I'm
gymnast.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
no, I
she
mumbled
was.
some shit because I didn't want to say it out on the podcast.
Okay.
So this man Nazar is fucked when he goes to jail, though.
He's a fucking.
He looks like a fucking
And
creep.
There's like there's
fuck.
a own little like ring in jail. Like those niggas get fucked up. in
Oh, yeah,
jail.
they get.
I hope he
they
does.
get
Quick
took
question.
up,
I hope he
bruh.
does.
Over under. Do you think he's gonna die in like 2 years or
I give it.
Over under.
No, because he's gonna get his ass kicked.
Right
bro.
when he
Day
gets
in, day
locked
out.
up. Once he
Well,
get
wait,
locked up?
his sentencing was what 70 to
Right,
140
40 to
175.
But cats like that,
Yeah.
sometimes most of the time they put them in private sec though.
Yeah,
Like,
'cause they
they know
know.
they going.
So if he doesn't die on the first like shank, yeah, he good.
Bro, he's
Bro,
probably
people-
gonna go
they're
in
gonna
there
take
on
him- they're gonna
private
take him
sec.
somewhere else.
People like that is the reason why I kind of like the death penalty, bro. That's somebody who needs to go.
Yeah,
He hasn't released a
they
statement
wasn't-
or anything.
They're stuck.
They haven't.
They're stuck thinking the way they do, bro.
Could you imagine being that guy's family?
I don't understand why they don't. They
I
don't
don't
just
Changing
say
my
life.
last
Family
name.
name.
Why
Sorry,
don't,
Driss.
why don't they just say life in jail though? Like, why is it 40 to 175?
We were talking about that last night. I'm curious. Why
Just to
is
shit
it?
on somebody's. Just to shit on you.
Oh, that is.
Just to shit on. They be like, oh yeah, you got 220
Nick
years.
made a good point, like eligible for parole, maybe.
No,
Is
not
it?
not for that nigga. No.
No, because they say it in there like he's not eligible. For
Yeah.
it.
Oh, so then just say life.
They should just say like.
Just say life.
They'd be like 220 years.
All right.
I've seen that too.
I'm gonna make it.
Bro,
if,
you
if
know-
y'all
you know-
tell me that, I'm gonna make it. To
You know the
I'm gonna make it,
You're not
bro.
making 120 when you're 70
Yo,
years.
hey, with this whole like wave coming on, just was telling me how they're gonna like put human consciousness into like robots and shit.
Yep.
Hell
Niggas
yeah.
might be making it.
I'm down. Put me in a
What is
fucking
that
robot
movie,
today.
Driss? You and I said Ex Machina?
Oh, Ex Machine.
Ex Machina.
Machina. That's what, oh my god,
so
that's
good.
what that movie was about. I mean,
Nah.
she was a woman or a woman robot.
She was just a
AI.
robot. She was just
but
an
she was
AI.
but she was a female.
Yeah, she was like a real female.
Yeah,
But
and they-
was
She
She had
an
a
was,
AI.
but she
conscious-
wasn't. Like she had a conscience, but didn't.
She
have
was
a
so
conscience.
intelligent to overpower
Yeah.
human emotion, like take over human
Yeah.
emotion.
Bro, all right.
That
So you
kind
know
of-
when
That stuff. That's
you
a
know,
whole.
You know
that shit
that
gets deep.
recent, not recent, the most recent Christian Bale Batman.
Okay.
Where
With Bane.
Bane, yeah, that
Yeah.
nigga like let
Tom Hardy.
let all the prisoners go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What if they do that to us?
Uh-huh.
What if that happens? That's what I'm thinking about. This like
What do you
Hulk, that-
mean?
Like if someone's
I mean,
crazy
Obama
enough
kind
to
of
like
already did
let
that
nigga-
shit.
I mean, some of those niggas should have left. Some of the niggas off for like weed charges.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean,
a lot of people
that's
locked
different.
up.
Those are
We got
more
a lot of
plugs
people are
than
locked
us.
up.
You
for
mean like all the
bullshit.
people in Alcatraz or something?
He locked-
Yeah,
Really?
I'm talking about crazy.
A lot of people are locked up for
Alcatraz.
bullshit though.
Like
One
what?
at, one at a time.
Didn't Obama let go like all the people that got arrested during like the Reagan area? Didn't he?
Well, yeah,
That's a lot of them.
well, they
but-
went in jail for petty crimes.
Yeah,
what
that's
I'm
what I'm
saying.
about to say. Like petty
Those
charge,
are
like
cool, bro. We got more plugs.
Well, shit, back
I'm
then-
talking about like
We got more
rapists
plugs.
and like.
oh yeah, that's
Oh, yeah.
different.
Like,
but
what if
back
all them niggas get like?
back then, if they got caught with a dime bag of weed, bro, they might niggas know how the prison system work with black people. A black dude might get 5 years,
Well,
bro.
and the way that crack was being targeted, it was a war on
Yeah.
drugs. So if you got caught with crack,
With
you
one
would've-
rock,
Yeah,
they charge
you're
that bitch
done.
as like a brick.
Yeah.
They treated meth the same way and all too. But the thing is that you would get with cooked up cocaine and regular
Yeah.
powder cocaine. You get all these college kids on campuses doing cocaine regularly.
Yeah.
And
I
it was
get-
not. And they
Crack
would
was really
drive
for
past the
black
campus.
people, though.
How do you
Bro.
determine like who's eligible for like the O.J. Simpson being released? You know, like
Behavior?
who's eligible for?
Yeah, behavior.
Yeah, but what
No,
degree-
but something like
politics,
that.
bro.
Something
But
like that is more
politics.
politics.
is it because
When they
he
got
what
a
is it?
spotlight on
Kidnapping and robbery,
Well, my
right?
thing
That's
is-
what he went in for.
I think
For-
first off,
O.J. Simpson,
Oh, yeah, the
kidnapping and
second time.
robbery.
yeah, the
Yeah.
second time I think was a harsh sentence.
It was,
But it was to make up for the fact that
Yeah,
he got away
but
with
he
murder.
was dumb
I
for
know,
that.
but
Yeah, come on, bro. You
Like,
got
why
a
you
second
doing
chance.
that? Why you
Yeah.
doing that? Why
What did he
you
do?
on
Like
parole?
he was still trying to steal back
he
his
was in
merch, right?
Vegas. It was in Vegas too.
He's trying to
yeah.
steal back his own memorabilia.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's why I don't understand. It all goes back to like why Nasser has instead of life imprisonment. Why is it a number of years? Because 150, 175, like you know what I mean?
I think
like
they
that's
just do
100
that to just fuck with your head. Like, and while you're in there, you like, all right, if I could just make it to 178 years old,
like you just did.
I know I'm gonna make it.
I'm gonna
You tell
do my
me some
research.
shit like
How
that.
old is he
I'm gonna
right
make
now?
it.
40s.
I'm
we
he
said
He
going
looks like he's in
vegan.
his 40s.
I'm vegan
Oh, my
all
God.
day in jail,
vegan.
and I'm gonna work out every day just to live to 120 something, bro.
Just be a buff old man.
Goddamn
looking like
right.
Master Roshi.
Goddamn right. That's crazy though. I like Michigan State's football team, man.
I mean, they're kind of a thorn
OSU's
in our
basketball
ass.
team beat their basketball team this year.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of beating that happens to Nasser in jail.
Yeah, a lot.
I'll say this.
A lot
There-
of Bukakis going on.
Once those coaches, because I think they're going to have to resign or they're going to get fired, those programs are going to be set back. Like, Penn State actually bounced back pretty quickly for what happened. I mean, they're
I'll never
national-
forget. I'll never
Hey.
forget though the game that we played them after. You know, they had the.
You got
It was-
something?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
it was kind of scary.
I looked it up because I was actually curious.
Yeah, go ahead.
There's a reason why they don't sentence people to life. Because when you sentence someone to life, it doesn't mean life in prison. It means it's like an indeterminate sentence. So that means the prisoner can petition like a release or some shit like that. So when they do like 102, that means you got to do 102. If you make it
Before you
past
even
that,
get to parole or something.
like, there's no like you can't petition that.
Well, they already
If I
claim
said
whether
100
it's with parole or without. Like if you
Yeah,
elect for
like
it.
if I said you got 2 years to life.
yeah.
I'm gonna petition that shit for like a year of that. But if I say you got 2 years to 78,
And you probably got to
gotta
serve
hit your
a minimum.
78. Yeah.
A minimum.
But you know what
of
pisses
like
me
50
off about
years.
Michigan State? The first report you get, save your own, but like by reporting that to like the feds or reporting it to whoever, the proper authorities, you save your own ass. Because now you're like, all right, we got that guy out of here now. We're just going to hire a new guy. Yeah, we hired a pedophile. Cool, we got him out of here. Because
Yeah.
he was fucking little kids or what.
Can I ask?
That's crazy.
Go
Well, can
ahead,
I ask you
ahead.
something? You showed us the video. You were the one that showed us the video, Alpha. But they mentioned Michigan State has their own justice system within
Yeah.
the university.
Do they? Holy
Yeah.
shit.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. Like, were these because that goes into admissions and
Are they, like-
that's past the athletic department. That
Yeah.
goes
Are
into
they like
so
reputable
much more.
though? Like
I don't
or is
know.
it-
it's
I mean, they
not-
made it
it's
a
not
point to say
unbiased. Yeah.
right, but they made it a point to say like, you know, it was a sports center analyst, like a legal analyst that brought it up. Like, and you know that Michigan State has their own
Justice
legal,
department,
justice
yeah.
department, and I think that's an even bigger deal
So-
because then you're getting into
Is that only them?
So it's like an audit kind of thing, in
Yeah,
like a
well,
business.
it's- you know how,
have
like-
someone to
like
do
when you're
that
not
for
So you know
compliant
when
in something.
when the universities will do we're doing our own internal investigation. It's like, bro, no, you need an outside counsel to come in and investigate y'all.
But I don't
'Cause
think
you're
they
not-
went to
Word.
right. That's
Well,
what
no,
I'm
they didn't
saying.
do that.
Yeah,
That's real shit, bro.
You have
So the
to.
president of Michigan State,
but
He's
that's what,
done.
yeah.
Or she's done. Excuse me. it was a
She
girl.
gone.
She looked like a nigga, but yeah, she's gone. She's
She
gone.
gone.
The athletic
funny.
director's gone.
He already resigned.
like
yeah.
everyone
That's
should
crazy.
be gone.
They
now.
need to clean house. Yo, Izzo and D'Antonio, bye.
assistants.
It's a
I mean, I
all of y'all
understand.
bye.
But y'all gotta look from their
fuck.
Y'all gotta look
State-
from their side too. Like it's,
I don't care about their side.
feel
Though.
you.
You knew.
but it's
my
a
nigga.
whole school that's even the players and whatever that wasn't involved.
I don't care.
I don't
If you
care.
knew girls were getting raped,
Bro, dog, you knew
Casualties,
girls
it's
were
just
getting raped.
You knew
casualties
girls
of
were getting
war.
raped.
Well, they're not going after. I mean, but these are, you have to understand, like the
after the
Adrian
administrators.
Payne and
Keith Appling.
Keith Appling. They're in the NBA. Like they're not
Well-
they're not students at Michigan State.
Oh yeah,
That's what they're talking about. These are people that have already
Payne was in the G
graduated.
League. He actually just got released by the Magic.
Oh, he's done.
Good.
He's
Bye. Let's see.
Appling
you.
is done. Appling's done.
Appling's in
So
jail
it's
right
not
now.
it's not just current. It's talking about years of
guys-
investigation. So
Yeah.
these
It's
people.
not any current. I don't. To our knowledge, there's no current.
How long has
players.
Izzo and
Izzo's been there since the 95-96 seasons when he got there. D'Antonio got there in 06 or 07.
Yeah.
So they've been there for some
it
time.
might not even be
That's-
current
Damn.
students. It
That'd be a nice
probably
movie
is over
plot.
years.
So-
Bro, that's
What-
two legendary coaches. Not D'Antonio, but in the Big Ten, when you're talking about Paterno and Izzo, those are legendary guys that are in the Hall of
Crazy.
Fame.
Crazy.
Careers done.
Do
like
they
that.
strip
That
those? Should they strip those?
I think that might happen.
No,
I mean,
no,
I don't
I
say
don't think
would
they
do.
should strip
with
them.
Izzo.
I mean, I don't think they should strip him because
What's
They
done
had the
is
wins
done.
it
happened.
wasn't him
Yeah.
that was just winning.
And my thing
Sure.
is the
Okay,
wins
I
and the
understand.
wins
People out
happened.
there that
I understand
got-
what you
We
that
saw,
got
I hated
that
when they
dub.
stripped USC for that shit, bro.
Yeah,
we saw the
niggas, other
games,
niggas
nigga.
got that dub. It wasn't just
Yeah.
one person that got that dub.
But
you
my
know what I
thing
mean?
is Izzo, bro,
True.
bye.
Yo, now that nigga should be gone.
D'Antonio,
His
bye.
head coaching, every coach thing he got,
Yeah.
any like coach of the year,
He's in the
Like
Hall of
recognition-
Fame, bro. He got in the
recognition.
Hall
well,
of
that
Fame
should
last
be
year.
stripped too.
Bye. You're not a Hall of Famer.
So
Fuck you,
you
nigga. I
mentioned
don't care.
that-
I
I don't give a
have
fuck.
I don't care.
So you mentioned that Adrian Payne just got released. Was there any other players from Michigan State?
Well,
that are in the
Draymond
pros
Green.
now?
The funny thing is, Draymond Green played with them.
Yeah.
I don't want to put that on him, bro, because
He's
gonna
like,
be targeted.
please don't
He's
pick
gonna be
me. I ain't
targeted.
in this shit.
He's gonna be targeted though.
well, no,
It's
people are
like-
gonna ask him, bro, because he was a teammate of them. He was on that Final Four team with
He
with
probably
Travis.
hot.
All right,
like a
but hey, all
motherfucker
right, think
from
about
this
this.
shit, bro.
At that time, Final Four, they're raping girls.
Well, I
Flash,
think
flash.
here's
As a
Final
player,
Four,
real
they're
quick,
raping
real
girls.
quick,
They're
I'm gonna
raping
make this
girls.
point.
Oh, right.
I don't know if Draymond Green was playing with Keith Appling. If we could look it up.
Oh yeah, I don't know if that. Was,
I don't know if
but he
they,
was with Adrian Payne.
Adrian Payne was there in 2010. Draymond Green, when did he get in the league? 2010.
Pretty sure,
2011?
I'm pretty sure Adrian Payne was there because Adrian
So-
Payne was there for like 8 years. So the thing is, like as a player, you're like,
Oh shit!
y'all niggas wild for what y'all did.
See,
and y'all gonna get in trouble. I ain't.
Exactly,
That's
and that's why I don't
So
wanna
that's why
put
we
it on
can't
him.
put it on him at
But in a
all.
way, a counter
Somebody
argument
else.
could be: were you being complicit by not saying nothing?
Yeah, but as a player at Michigan
I
State,
understand.
you're going into the NBA.
Yeah,
I don't want any problems.
smoke. I don't want no
anything.
smoke.
That's
I don't
what your
want
mom's
anything
gonna tell
around
you.
me,
Anybody's
bro.
gonna tell
I'm
you.
not snitch. Yeah, that's
I don't
because
want
I'm
no
trying to put
smoke.
myself
You're
in that
not
position.
snitching.
I'm like, well, that ain't none of my
Yeah, I think
business.
a lot
But
of
then
people-
again, people will be like, yeah.
You're
I think a
right.
lot of
Alright,
people
too.
don't
Alright,
play
but-
players are-
See, he does snitch. Who's he snitching to? Izzo.
And Izzo's gonna keep it under
Yeah,
wraps.
so it's quiet.
It's
Don't-
back to the head coach, bro.
Yeah, don't
Yeah.
say shit.
Yeah.
I mean, he's in charge of everything. Like he's in
Bye.
charge of the players.
These
and
niggas are
everything.
gonna get this.
Um,
Karma's gonna come
sayonara,
around.
nigga.
Didn't
Karma comes around.
Valentine play like the
Denzel Valentine.
Yeah,
he played there recently. I think he might have played with.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So
Okay.
he's next.
He's next. He's not next.
No,
I'm
no,
saying-
no, I don't. Here's the thing. We should. I'm not putting it on specific.
Like, he's
I'm
next.
only. I brought up Keith Appling and I brought up Adrian Payne because they were in the outside the lines report. They there's a Walton dude. Fuck, I think his name's Travis Walton. He got brought up in the report. He was there in 09. And I think he did play with Draymond Green. So I'm bringing up those names specifically. We have not heard anything about. I want to be responsible. I'm not trying to put that on.
All
other
right,
niggas.
I'm just.
So, but no, we shouldn't.
I mean,
Like,
I know we shouldn't.
yeah. But I'm just saying.
That
know
nigga,
what
hold
you're
on. You said
I'm
Travis Walton was
saying
there?
I'm
they,
scared
They
for
were
them.
there in the locker room. They were there around that time. So
You know they hear something.
Yeah, they heard
Yeah.
something.
In
That
the
mascot
wise
is
words
too.
of Donald Trump, locker room banter.
Whoever was the mascot around that time of year,
You know some shit,
knows some
huh?
shit
Yeah,
too.
but those kids are protesting up there right now. They wore teal to the basketball game. And Izzo's like, hey, I'm not retiring. I have no plans to retire. My heart goes out to the victims. Like, nigga, you knew that your players were doing this shit. You didn't say anything. Don't give me that. Don't give me the whole my heart
He
goes
like,
out
man,
to the
I'm just trying to get
victims,
these
bro.
W's, man. Can I just get these W's,
Cool.
Alpha, please?
Recruit people who have better character than.
Listen, these niggas is 220. They fast. Yo, they got time for better
real.
character.
All right.
I need some niggas out
Hey,
here gonna put in
I
some
feel
work.
you, but you can find.
I like how you talking to me now
Yo.
like I'm him. He said, I feel you, but
You can find dope athletes who aren't going to rape women.
yeah.
Yo, you want to hear this?
Like,
What's
come
up?
on.
This
But you know, that's a confusing
this is what
time,
this girl was
too, though.
talking about the Walton dude, the Travis Walton.
So it is Travis Walton.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is what she's saying. I quote: he started speaking with us, and I'm like, I'm sorry, can you just give us a moment? And then he was like, you don't know who I am? And I was like, I really don't care who you are. And he got angry at this point, and I told him, not so politely, to fuck off. I barely got the words out of my mouth, and he came across and he struck me on the right side of my face.
Oh, fuck.
I kind of reached back towards him. I didn't make any contact, and then that's when he swung with a second reach and hit me on the left side of my face. Hit me so hard, knocked me backwards off on my horse.
Clock
God, he
your
hit
ass.
it with a tight
And this is a football player?
No, Travis Walton's a basketball player. He was there.
I was about to blame
Fact,
some of that
he was on the,
CTE,
he was on the
but
final four.
that nigga
He was
just
on the
crazy.
final four squad with Draymond Green. I know that.
Yo, you have to have like a ill mind. Like your mind is
you
crazy.
fucked
You have
up.
like
I don't
you
understand.
crazy, my nigga, for
Yeah.
hitting a woman like that.
What's the lot? I'm trying
They're
to figure
big
out.
egos.
Ego. That's
Big
what I was about to
egos.
say. Their ego is just taken over.
They just
Their
feel
ego's a
people like
mental
that
illness?
feel entitled. I think it.
Yeah, they just feel.
I don't know. I mean,
what,
it's a
you know
sense
what
of
it is. The
entitlement.
moment when you were reading that, the moment you said, "I don't." Well, the moment she said, "I don't give a fuck who you are," that struck a chord with him. I had to have.
That's a good perspective from like a female, though.
Yeah. How do you deal with that?
I mean, but there's a
'Cause
different
you've been
like
around,
in your
like,
mind.
You've been around that type of.
I feel like that's happened to you too. Like,
Yeah, I mean, I actually did, and Driss was there for that, and it was just like it was ridiculous. I'm like, I don't really give a fuck who you are, and I'm not going to obviously name names because
Yeah.
it was really kind
I'll
of
name you in a
annoying.
second, that one.
But it was just like to the point where it was like I just don't care. Like I'm here with not only my friends but my boyfriend, and I just want a drink. And it got to the point of just like I had to walk away. And I remember looking back and like I probably feel like he looked at me like I was the most disgusting, ugliest person in the world. And it was just like I went to Driss and I'm like, this is ridiculous. Like I really don't
because
care who
you
you are
wouldn't- you
because
wouldn't-
I
he
didn't
wouldn't-
want to
he tried to
talk or have
holler
a
or
drink.
something?
Yeah, because I was probably the one girl that didn't come up to him and say, "Oh, I know, you're so and so."
You should have pointed to Driss like, do you
was
see
like,
what I got over here, nigga?
Yeah.
It's fucking
But no, I mean,
hunk of
it is
sexy
because
over
in that
here.
moment, and there are like there are plenty of girls that think opposite. There are plenty of girls that think the other way. But you get to a point where you're like, I'm really just not feeling you. Like I do not give a fuck who you are in the world. Like
And
I
it's-
just don't want to
And
talk
it-
to you.
It must be scary to like even like talk back to them. Yeah, it might be
But
scary
it-
just to like talk back to them because shit like that
Yeah,
might
real
happen.
shit, 'cause you
They
never
might
know
swing
what-
I mean,
on you.
I
Like,
don't think in that moment I was truly afraid of, but it was just one of those like I just
But you don't know
I
who
was
that
so
nigga
confused.
is.
Like, do you really care if one person in this whole building doesn't care who you
It's
are?
the ego,
but that's
bro.
their ego.
That's-
They have such a sense
you
of
know,
ego.
I'm not going to talk about. I'm not going to say the name, but when niggas walk into a house party with four fingers up,
oh man,
y'all know who. I mean, if y'all don't know, y'all whatever. But 'cause I don't
with
feel like
four
saying
fingers
it.
up.
Just put all right, nigga. Put up the like four fingers, as in I want four bitches to follow me. Excuse me, women to follow me to the room.
Oh,
I thought I could kill you.
Who does that? Hold on.
Hey, if you
Is this
put
an
four
inside joke?
fingers
I don't
up, that's
know.
how
No,
niggas
yeah,
talk.
I'll
is-
tell you after.
Someone
is
out
the-
here coming in like,
This is former athletes.
oh, athletes.
Yeah, no, not regular
I didn't talk about
niggas.
our niggas that were in here.
No, that's
Oh, no.
wild.
Oh.
Damn, if you got it like that,
That would have been
it'd be great.
hilarious.
Ego gotta
Like,
be
come on, four
crazy.
bitches.
Yeah.
Let's go.
I need four.
Yeah, bro.
I would
yeah,
say
yeah,
that
I
as in like
definitely- yeah, I know
beer.
what
I
I'm
need
talking- yeah, I know
four
what I'm talking
beers.
So like the arrogance of that.
That's
I mean,
crazy.
it's great to be in that position. Don't get me wrong. If you got it like that, that's dope. But I feel like when you're that arrogant, and then you approach a chick and she's saying, "I don't care who you are," like skedaddle.
I don't know if this is
And
playing
Tell
devil's
her,
advocate,
nigga,
but like
220 to the skedaddle.
looking
That'd hurt.
That'd be funny.
looking at their
I'd be
like,
hurt
point
if
of
somebody
view,
told me to skedaddle.
Wait, hold on.
bro.
Bashir.
Yeah, yeah.
Female, like,
Wait,
hold up,
Bashir has
Bashir,
something.
got something.
looking at like their point of view, and you're like, yo, I could get bitches like this. Why would I stop?
Sure.
Oh yeah, no, of course
You don't
not.
have to stop.
They
You
have
could
like
if
an
you-
ill mind though. There's
Yeah,
like
but
you're
I'm-
just like
but
a
their point of-
virus growing in them.
Right,
Their
but their
odds
point
is
of view
probably
is,
high.
yeah, why should I stop if they're wanting to or willing to?
Yeah.
But when does that become more of a monstrous trait to be like, I don't care
I think
if
I
you're
can
wanting
see
to?
in their mind where they try to holler at someone like you, and they always said no, but then they came back and got it again. That's the only reason why niggas keep going after women. I think.
You can still be persistent without being aggressive or violent or forceful.
Facts.
There's a
I don't
difference.
understand. I don't.
You
Because
can
there's
be,
I don't
proof
condone
that
that
you
at all.
win.
Yeah, you do. Yeah,
There's
all
proof
that
that you
got-
win.
No,
But
I
there's
mean,
like some
it's-
women that like fell into that.
They want to get
But
chased.
there's a fine
You know what I mean?
line between being
Right.
consistent. I'm
And
all
that's
for
consent,
consistency. That's cool. There's a fine line between being consistent and then just being
Yeah.
aggressive.
Yeah, these
Just
niggas-
bad.
but if you have
Yeah.
not received consent, that's what it comes down to. Is consent. You can be persistent, but if that person has been telling you no, I mean that's harassment. That is harassment.
I hope this little segment we're having right now to our
But that's
listeners.
a gray area.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
That's a gray area
Okay.
because you can't. If a girl, it's certain ways a girl tell you no that you be like,
I just saw.
Yeah,
I'm gonna finish spitting and see where I can get.
No, I mean, and everybody's
No, I
in
agree.
that
Tell you
position.
no again.
Oh, bro.
But she's like,
Get a little closer.
no. She's not
Yeah.
being direct.
But now she like, nigga.
All right.
Then you like, all right.
Cool.
But that's what I mean. Yeah,
Can I read this tweet real quick? Because this is exactly what you're saying. It's two different types. If she says stop, then stop. But if she says stop,
True that.
you better hit her with
Word.
the old razzle dazzle, nigga. That's funny.
That's
No
real
fucking
shit.
way.
No, but I mean, that's true. It is true. But
You gotta be
that's what
smart
I'm
enough to
saying.
know that. You gotta-
Everything has to be case by case.
Yeah.
That's the issue, especially during
Yeah,
a time like
definitely.
this. You can't just put it all on the guy or put it all on the
That's
girl.
the-
It
And
has to
everybody's
be.
so many people oversensitive, bro.
But that's the thing
Yeah.
with that. Who's the Indian? What's this nigga's name? Fuck,
The
the
nigga's-
Indian nigga.
Aziz
Aziz.
Ansari.
All right.
Yeah.
That nigga just strikes me as somebody who just isn't good with like social environments.
just looks
like,
awkward.
Yeah. So, but my thing is, you could kind of get the vibe. Like, all right, she's not into it, or she is into it. So, if like what you said, the stop thing.
Well,
like,
does everybody know the story first off?
Yeah,
Because
like,
there's
what
a
happened?
story.
Niggas like that might be dangerous.
Well,
What
no.
happened now?
The story behind it is she was a photographer
Yeah, I don't know
that he
everything
went to
about
dinner
this.
with her, and she basically put it out there, and then there was a texting conversation that was shown too. She didn't want to leave dinner early. He did because he wanted to bring her back home, and he did not force himself on her. He did not do anything sexually assaulting her, but she sent a text basically saying like, I just want to let you know last night was uncomfortable. I felt like you were trying too hard to,
Damn, I'd
force
be
me into a
salty if I
sexual.
got that text the next
Yeah,
day.
and he basically said like, you know what, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I was doing it that badly, but it was just because he's a feminist. He's kind of a feminist, and he.
Hold on. Let her finish. Let her finish. Let her finish. Go ahead.
But that's why it was a big deal, because he has gone out and said like, oh, I'm a feminist. I support their rights, all this, and he's like such
Some
an
dudes be
advocate.
doing that shit to get
Can
by.
I
have
break
a
though. I
question?
don't
Yeah.
like-
Yeah,
Can I have a question?
Can I ask this?
Yeah.
Can I ask this real quick? My bad.
Go
Just
for
you want
it.
to talk?
No, I just have a quick question.
Go ahead. Ask
So
the
my question is, how'd that get out into the media? How'd that break?
Yeah, that's what
she went.
I think she went to just.
Did she take?
Man, she wanted to take that nigga
That's
up
what I'm
top
saying.
and
Oh,
get his
she
braid.
went to I
TMZ?
don't know the
I don't
know the
I don't
place.
know the
but she went
details.
to like a journalist and like put it out there.
Okay, so she
That's
snitched.
that's
She
fucking.
was-
Okay,
some
so
attention.
he.
Yeah.
Let me get this straight. He was at a date with this girl. He literally didn't say I want to fuck you, but he was
I think he
throwing
was,
like moods and shit.
but no. The
What's he
reason
doing?
why
He's probably socially awkward with
Yeah.
it.
That's what I'm
though.
saying. If he's awkward,
Right.
then he's like, and he said, "I'm sorry, I
But
didn't know I was doing
he's
that."
not as scrutinized as the rest. I'm just saying it's
But
it's
I've
another
heard his
form.
name a lot.
So she
though.
wanted attention.
What else?
Here's the
I've
thing.
heard-
This
I've
is
heard
the
his-
gray
no,
line.
no,
This is
because
why
of
his
this.
case is different than most cases. The gray line is she chose to go back home with him instead of leaving the date the minute she felt uncomfortable.
I'm out.
That's the
See,
gray
that is
line.
gray.
What I'm
You
about to
can't do
say
that.
might be
out.
a little offensive.
That's gray.
Yo,
Done.
check this out. Don't go to the nigga's house just
If you-
to play cards, bro, or just to kick it, bro.
Especially at certain times
if you
of the
know that
night.
if you
My
have
bad.
if you have a fit now, actually, let me take.
I was gonna say, then at what point does it become a relationship if you're always just gonna hit it on the
no,
first
but let
date?
me run it back real quick. If you're
Done.
gonna go there and you realize, oh, he's trying to have sex, because
Yeah.
I think that's what was being said. Like,
Right. She didn't
All
want to
right.
leave the restaurant early, and
then
he
at
did.
that point, you got to be like, yo, I'm not feeling this. I'm just gonna leave. Don't continue. Like, did she stayed after, right?
I think the story was she went back home with him and they hung out and he still tried with her and finally she
Yeah.
left.
Back
you
home
came
with
back to
him.
my house. Why
Yeah.
wouldn't I still
Then he
try?
probably thinks he's actually working.
But that's why it's
Yeah.
not as big of a deal as the
Word.
rest. It's just
Yeah.
a two-sided story where that is a
But
great story.
But
Bro,
the thing
she's
is, with
fucked
this
up
story-
in this picture to me.
The thing
Yeah,
with this
she is.
story
She's gotta
is
bounce.
I've heard it in the media a lot where they just end up with me too because they just group it with the other niggas. So when they said Aziz Ansari did something, I'm like, damn, that
But
nigga was funny.
right? But they're
But-
not
Bro,
taking his show.
Well, I think he's funny.
I think he's just.
Did he make you laugh once?
I
I
like
can't remember a
He-
joke.
But
he's
they're not
introspective in
taking
a
his
way.
shows. They're not taking his shows off Netflix. They're not going to that
Exactly, 'cause he didn't
extent.
do anything.
Right? But they're showing two sides to it. That's what I'm trying to
This
say.
girl got
And
me
bashing him
angry.
for being weird.
Yo, I'm kind of lit
Yeah.
right now.
Yo.
She got
So-
me mad.
They're
Yeah,
showing
she
the
fucking-
difference
she
between
fucking
a
him
Aziz
up.
Ansari and a Harvey Weinstein.
I gotta
That's
watch
what
this
they're
one.
showing
That's,
you.
that's night and day.
But that's
Yeah,
what they're saying.
different.
There's just different forms, and that was a case by case thing.
But-
it wasn't multiple women coming
how
at
do
him.
you-
it was
how
a
do you-
situation. Right.
how do you
so
But
feel
you know
about
how
it,
it's look
then?
as you're saying it. That sounds cool. Like
Yeah.
it's just like here's a case by case.
Okay,
This is
so
what happened.
that's a
But
question
you know
I
what it
wanted to
looks
ask
like in
you.
the media. that
None of
he's
it's bad. It
doing
does.
it.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So what do you feel like this girl did wrong? I want to ask you specifically.
I think the minute she felt uncomfortable, here's the thing: you're not an idiot if you felt uncomfortable. Like, I don't want to leave early. Again, the whole story isn't out, so I don't know. He could have backed off and then said, "Do you want to come over?" And she probably did. Then he probably made her uncomfortable there. You have to understand.
That can
Yes,
happen.
there are many women
that can
that go
happen.
home to that to these men knowing their intentions.
These girls gotta
there
be
are some
smarter,
women.
though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But she did leave. Again, she leaked the story. Could it have been handled privately, and it would have
She
never
wanted
emerged
attention to
in
me.
his
Wanted
emerged in his yeah, exactly. But that's what I'm saying. There's a difference.
That
And I think, like,
ruins
the
it
only
for the
reason-
next girl who really went through something. though.
bro, that's the problem, bro.
Right, but
Like,
that's why this situation is so
but-
different. I agree.
But that could be like a little warning shot for like a flare for the girls that are gonna fuck with him. Like,
yo,
this
y'all
is
my
what
niggas.
he does.
Hey, y'all are my niggas.
You know what I mean?
Yo,
So I don't.
Be careful out here, bro.
Bro, I feel like they're
just don't be pushy. If you're feeling a chick,
You can't-
cool, you can approach. Don't not approach, but
Bro.
like don't be pushy.
I'ma
It's
say
not
this,
like-
bro.
But that's the
I
same thing
love
about
that.
girls.
Yeah.
Like, hey, I'm okay with you hooking up with this guy, but I don't want you to go home with him tonight. I'm so terrified to let you go and
Tell
leave the
somebody.
building alone with him.
Tell
I'm
somebody.
all
any
the same
reasonable
thing.
dude will actually be cool with that. Like a reasonable will be like, yeah, we could link
You know-
up and
it's
get
like, I
food
understand.
later
You know
if
why?
That's cool. Like,
you know what the
whatever.
dumbest conversation is? When you have a conversation with a girl and she tells you what happened after the fact. So she's telling you the story. This happened, and he made me feel like this, and he made me feel like that, and we got back there. I stop him. I'm like, what? You went back to where? Yeah, we went back here. I don't want to hear the rest of your conversation.
stupid. You
I don't.
went.
Whatever you have your own life. Your reality is your
Yeah.
own reality.
That's a case.
That's not case by case, my nigga. That's not case by case when it's free willing.
Yeah.
When it's free
Yeah.
willing. I'm not saying like niggas like come back to my
I
crib.
just feel like all this stuff is about to just. I'm all for like, because men, we were raised back in the day to just be dicks towards girls. That's just how the game went.
Some of
I
y'all, some
wasn't.
of y'all
Some of
still
them.
are, bro.
I mean, but that's
Oh,
just how
a
the
lot of
game
them
went,
are.
bruh. That's just how it went. But now we're getting. We're slowly.
Yo, I was like, stop, please.
We're slowly getting out of that. I'm fine with that, but I feel like it's ruining like some.
Curtis, you know how it goes.
All I'm
The
saying-
pendulum always swings. It was way too far over here. Niggas
Yeah.
were wilding.
Yeah.
Now it's getting over the point where chicks are saying, "I felt uncomfortable."
So
about
it's gonna
assault."
be. It's
And
gonna
it's
be. It's
just
gonna
gonna
get
get
worse
worse.
before it gets better.
Yeah,
So,
look,
our
you being,
pendulum's always
I'm
gonna
not,
swing.
I'm not criticizing the girl for being uncomfortable. You're allowed to feel uncomfortable. I'm criticizing you for just saying, for trying to equate that with actual shit that, like, you see how heated I was during the Michigan State shit, because that shit is foul. You feeling uncomfortable is not the same as an actual assault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had
Can
a
I-
bad experience.
can
That
I say
sucks,
this? Can
but,
I
like,
say this?
Come on.
As a woman, if you're out and about, even if you're out and going to get your groceries, and the nigga comes up to you and you're just not feeling it, say it.
Please.
Say it to like, women are great with words,
They
and
are.
guys are really fragile. They can say one little thing,
Crush 'em.
We'll crush them.
Well,
and women don't.
do it.
Okay,
Some women
so
don't understand that.
can I- well-
say it? That nigga. Hold on. Say it, and that nigga will never come talk to another woman.
Okay,
again.
and this is Bashir. I got a specific retort to that because you know some niggas are fucking wild.
Yeah.
We talked about the nigga who swung on old girl for blatantly turning him
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
So what do they do when?
I got you. I got you. No, don't even ask me. Don't even ask me because this is just common
So now
sense. You can ask me because it's common sense,
Because
nigga.
before you answer that, I don't think
Listen
the girl
here.
should be rude in saying no, but she should be like, no, I'm not feeling this.
Yeah, no,
and then
all
keep
right.
it moving.
All right. And if you see, hold on. If you
Some
see
people
him
just gonna be
acting
wanna be
some way,
dicks,
hold on. If you see him acting some way, as an animal instinct, you should be like, all right, this guy is 2 times bigger than me. 3 of us, that's cool. 3 of us, he can't stop all 3. That's when you move slowly. You can keep talking to him, but move slowly. Find your girl. Find your girl. And if you don't have a girl, if you don't have a friend or you have a nigga that's there, find that exit.
I mean,
And leave. If you
I'll say
think
this.
easier said than done,
I can say
dog.
this.
It's not
If
easier
you're
said
at the
than
grocery
done.
store, she ain't gonna just give up her groceries. If
Yeah,
it's
bro.
that.
At the grocery store, you can find a stranger. Then I'm talking about like at a club.
I'm saying-
at a club.
Yeah,
or
she
something.
at
At a
Kroger,
club.
she at Kroger,
If
she
she
just
at
got the
Kroger,
fuck-
you could
she
be
at
like,
Kroger, she got
Uncle
the fuck
George.
thing,
And he like, hey,
You can
baby,
look
you
at
like,
this
oh,
nigga.
I gotta leave
Yo,
all
one
my
at a
groceries.
time.
If she
Yeah,
came
one
up
at a
to-
time,
all right,
one at a time.
If she came up to you, if you saw that happening, and you were standing, be like, yo, you would do something. You'd be like, yo, chill. She don't want to talk to you,
Yeah,
nigga.
if I saw that, but what
True.
if it's just them in an aisle? Come on, she just got the
Walk
she,
into the next aisle. What the fuck?
Wait,
and
what do
he's
you mean?
cornering her.
What do you mean?
And
Yeah,
he's-
what do
he's
you
being-
mean?
Like, what do you mean?
I mean, if the nigga, if you sense that a nigga's not gonna stop talking to you,
Who the hell hollers
Walk
in
to
a
someone
grocery
else.
store?
I mean,
You'd be surprised.
That's some old
I
shit.
know, all right,
Yeah.
fuck the grocery store, nigga.
No, no, but you-
say you're at a bar.
doesn't
Say you're
happen
at a
enough
bar.
to know what to do.
Say
But
you're at a bar and a nigga's hollering at you, and he keeps talking to you, and you're like, stop.
yeah,
You don't turn around and say stop again. No,
Yeah.
you get someone else and be like, stop.
I'll actually agree with Bashir on that. It depends
know?
on the vibe that they give to you. Is this a person that's going to eventually back away?
Yeah.
Or is this a person that's not going to leave me?
Some people don't have that gauge though.
Yeah.
What do you
some
mean?
peop-
Get
and
that
that's it.
gauge.
I mean,
No,
some
I mean,
If it's
but
people's
happening
raised
to you
different,
enough,
bro.
if it's happening to you enough, get that
But
gauge.
I understand what you're saying, but you got to understand, like, some people have these ego issues.
Yeah,
that
that's
they
my
don't
point.
see what you see. Like they
I'm not
don't.
talking about the nigga that's hollering at you.
It doesn't matter what the female thinks, because you realize that when it comes to girls, like we can say we're fragile, how our feelings are, but like girls are literally, they're smaller. They don't
That's
pose
what
a
I'm
threat.
saying,
Like,
We
my
so-
nigga.
constantly
like-
see them as bait,
That's
bro.
what I'm
Exactly.
saying. That's what I'm saying, my nigga. As the girl, if you sense that's that nigga, and as a girl, you should have that second sense. Or yeah, 8 cents, whatever sense.
But
we
that
have.
stranger danger stuff
it's-
is like,
I
you're
think you
not
should
gonna
have
do
that
that
at the
at like
bar.
25
But at the
years
same
old.
time, you're saying like
You
at
should
the
know this.
bar.
Yeah,
You're
but
saying
I
there should be
agree.
common
Well,
sense.
I
one
agree
at
with
a time, one at a
Bashir
time.
though. Sometimes and I agree. There are times like if you feel like, you know what, this man is literally not backing up,
I'm gonna
gonna
get my
go
girls.
to my
Just
group of
scream.
friends.
But you're also talking about
fucking
situations
scream.
when you're at the bar, at the club, or doing these things. Sometimes you're not aware of these things. You don't understand what's going on.
Well,
You
that's
just,
where alcohol
you're just,
plays in,
You're just
though.
dancing, having your own good time. Some dude's dancing on you, and you just don't care. You're just throwing it back for whatever.
That's true.
And then
Yeah.
eventually you just get tired. Like, all right, I'm just gonna go meet up with my friends, and this dude's aggressive, not aggressive, just trying to be with you the rest
Grab
of the night.
someone next to you.
Or when you're drunk, when you're a
When
girl,
you're drunk,
someone, I don't
and you
care.
just sloppy.
I've
If
seen
someone
that,
if
though.
somebody
I've
grabs
seen
me,
that.
I've seen
someone be
I've
like,
seen that.
help.
Specifically, when someone's
Not specifically, but I've seen that like dudes be trying to holler at a chick too hard, and she'll like girls got the code just like we got the
It's
code.
a
Like
vibe.
she'll just go to a random chick and she'll be like, "Hey, come on, leave her alone," and then they'll click up for a
Yeah.
little minute.
Oh,
They
yeah,
might not
yeah,
even
it'll
know
be a
each
random
other.
girl.
yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of it is
Yeah.
a random girl a lot of times. 'Cause
So that's
I
smart.
Feel like
I'm
girls
glad
do.
that y'all have that.
It happens. I'm saying
It
it
does
does happen
happen.
sometimes, and that should be rules to live by. But when it doesn't happen, it's the
Yeah.
times that result in that nigga just
My nigga
swinging
said
on the
the
trigger.
Majority of the
gotta-
time, it's
gotta
more
be like
dicks in
MacGyver
the
when
party
that
than
happens.
vaginas, anyways.
You know, when you don't
man,
have
so.
girls around, you got to be like MacGyver.
my nigga really said
You
the
gotta
grocery
find
store.
something.
That's funny as fuck. to
Niggas
me.
out here hollering at the
I
grocery
Bro,
store.
can't holler
can
at
you
them. I'm
imagine-
too
hold
mad.
up.
Like
Can
I
you
get
imagine-
mad if they don't have what I don't have,
Can
what I
you
need. So I don't
imagine
have
being
time
at the
to talk to
grocery
girls.
store?
If they don't have kale, bruh,
That's what
I
I'm
ain't
saying,
got
bro.
time to be
Hold up.
talking
Bro,
to girls, bro.
I know.
Look, if you're
trying to
I'm
get
in
my
my
zone.
zone.
this is
I got
wild to me. I
headphones
didn't know niggas did. Can you imagine? She's at the grocery store getting some Stouffer's 2 for
Yeah,
$6,
and she probably hungry.
and a nigga just pops up out of nowhere, bro.
Oh, I've seen
what's
this
up?
happen.
What's
I've
up?
seen
Like,
this in
yo,
the aisle.
hey, yo,
Them some
you need
nice
help
melons.
shopping?
Them some
What?
nice
Yeah,
melons.
like, oh, that's wild.
Look, oh shit, you getting the ragu? Oh, you know the
Only
one with the
old
mushrooms
people
is
holler
better.
at each other at the
I mean, I'm not gonna
grocery
lie.
store.
I'm not even trying to talk to my own aunt in the grocery store. Let
I'm
alone.
in and
not
out.
talking
I'm
about-
like-
I'm in and out,
Yeah.
bro.
I'm trying to get out of it.
It's
I
like
got
a
fast as
track
possible.
meet.
But
when I
I
go to the
think
grocery
though
store.
a lot of these sexual allegations, everything, it all comes down to whether it's an intimate setting or a club or a bar or there's alcohol involved.
Yeah.
At the end of the day,
Word.
that's what it is. It's not a fear of going to the grocery store. I think it's a fear of there's a reason why some girls do use the buddy system going to the bathroom.
Facts.
There is a reasoning for
They
it.
should.
I mean, there's other reasonings too. Like, listen, I got a makeup check or something, or if you have, a tampon, whatever it may be. But, but there are reasons for, I don't want to go to the bathroom alone. I really want you to come with me. And it's
Yeah.
honestly safer that way.
True
Because
that.
there's times where I feel like even like, okay, Driss and I, he'll go to the bathroom on his own and he's fine with leaving me out
He'll
there.
go on to the bathroom on his own.
But, like,
y'all
but
not,
if I
but y'all
go to the
not there by
bathroom-
yourself majority
Right, but
of
if
the time.
but he'll be like I can go alone, but I feel like
Yeah.
he does that
Oh, I
extra
do
take.
that.
Like, does anybody else
I
need to
do
go
that.
with you? Like,
Oh yeah, you
Oh,
guys
there's
do
always
that.
that.
If you're at the
Yeah.
club, you
Guys
you
always
have
do
to,
that.
bro.
Because I've seen there's a lot of what's the word I'm looking
Ass
for?
grabbers.
Predators.
Yeah,
There's a
bro,
lot of
You
there's
know,
a
bro,
lot of
I ain't
ass
gonna lie,
grabbers.
I've had friends who be like, when a girl's walking by, they just grab her ass and like turn away,
I've seen that. Yeah,
and
I've
they
seen
just
it. I
be
don't have
like,
any
and I just be
personal
like,
friends who've done that.
bruh.
That's wild. I'll say
I've had personal friends that have been done to them.
Oh yeah,
That's happened to
That's
me.
happened to me.
Yeah,
That's happened to me.
literally
I
happened to me.
Nah, ain't nobody
That has happened
grabbing
to
my
me
ass,
before.
bro. I ain't
What?
never
That
had
has
that
happened.
happen.
I've
If it
had
do
my
happen, it's
ass
going
grabbed by
down.
strange people. Period.
We're not
I don't like
having
that shit.
And I got a slap.
And no, oh,
I got a
yeah.
slap, bro. Ain't nobody touching my
No,
shit,
my thing
bro.
is when it happens, though,
We
that's
getting
when
down.
I actually get compassion or like feel. I
Compassion
empathize
for
with girls,
empathy, yeah.
because I'm like, also that's what they be talking about. That you feel violated, bro. Like just random
Just
people
grabbing
touching
your
you.
ass?
Yeah.
Don't grab me, nigga.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't touch
Like,
me,
what the
bro. You
fuck
grab
is
my ass.
wrong
That's a
with you?
whole nother level, bro. bro.
Body, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck body, bro. My ass.
That's a mating call.
That's another
100% is
bro.
made it call good over here. I'm trying to.
Yo, I felt so. Bashir
Nate.
saw the look that I had.
Alpha got so mad at
I had the
me.
fear of God in my face.
All right, remember when you thought it was me?
Yeah, I thought he was playing around. Bro.
Fucking Randy did that to me the whole way through. You know how long it gets to their bathroom?
Yeah,
He did it the whole way
man.
through to me. I'm like, stop it.
Yeah, bro.
I don't know if it's you or not.
One more time. What?
I'm not gonna do that.
Wait, Bashir, did you do stop?
Yeah, exactly.
Or
No,
did you say
I didn't do
stop?
the stop. I know stop.
You know the funny thing? We were supposed to talk about trannies today.
Trans.
Oh,
People.
trans.
With
Yeah,
trannies, I'm on your side. Fuck it.
Yeah.
This is how we talk.
T-Rex.
You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make it
I'm fine with both.
Yo,
I'm saying both.
I like the T-Rex is
Transsexuals.
hard.
Tyrannosaurus.
T-Rex
Telling
is
y'all right now.
hard.
You think T-Rex?
I got dreams of making it
Someone's
big.
like, yo,
I ain't trying to have nothing come back.
guess what? Alfred? We could talk about transsexuals without making fun
Yeah,
of
no, I
transsexuals.
don't
Okay,
know.
well,
It's
let's-
all
Just get
respect.
Okay,
It's all
but
respect.
so going down to the difference between sex and gender. So sex is your physical
Yeah, but
physical attributes.
we can save that
Yeah,
though.
we're
But,
gonna
I
save
mean-
it. We're gonna push it back for
You're not
next
doing
week.
it?
Because
This-
we done got so much into.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't think the Michigan State thing would go that long.
Let's actually bring up the new. Is this a segment?
Yeah,
Is it time?
it's a new
Drum
little
roll,
thing that we're gonna
please.
do. So each week we're gonna have a little fishbowl segment. So basically, we're gonna have a random topic that's just put in a group of others bunched up in this little fishbowl. And we're just gonna pick
Let's
one
do
out.
about two
So,
of them actually.
You want to do two of them?
Yeah.
All right. So the homie Nick's about to pull out a topic.
Welcome back for season 2, Nick.
What's good? What's
Sir
good?
Nicholas.
Ready to get these fishbowl topics popping. Let's do it.
Did you
Yeah.
shuffle
You
them
shake
enough?
them up?
Shuffle them up the whole.
I saw you
damn
stirring the
time.
glass.
Show them the glass that it's in.
yeah,
We're
yeah.
fucking fancy over here.
Fancy
It's
Goddamn
a
as
right.
brandy glass, bitches. All right. First one.
All right.
Not doing that.
How trash was
It
that?
might have been Cassie's. Was that yours?
I guess we can do it. It's a quick one. Is a hot dog a sandwich?
Oh, it is a hot dog a sandwich.
I don't know.
It's not
that
a
one.
sandwich. A hot dog's a hot dog. That's
That's
why
like a
they
hits
hot dog.
blunt
All right.
question.
Yo,
No, so
hold
we're
on.
gonna do 3 because that was trash.
That's like a hits blunt
Oh,
question.
really?
We'll
That's
go around. We'll go
That's
around.
real though.
I say a hot dog's a hot dog. A sandwich is a sandwich.
Yeah,
if there's
hot
a
dog
cut
is a
in
hot dog.
between,
I
if
don't
it's
know.
two
I hated
different
that
buns,
one.
I liked
hated
that one.
if it's two different buns, that's what
Let's
makes it
just
a
go to the
sandwich.
next one.
No, that's
We are
if it's
answering
two-
it.
if
We
it's-
are currently answering
Let me
it.
answer. Let me answer.
It's a hot
If
dog.
it's two different buns, like separated buns, then it's a sandwich.
So what if your bun breaks?
If it breaks, it wasn't
A
like
hot
I'm talking
dog's
about.
one bun, yo.
Package.
Yeah, I'm saying that's one.
It's not
A hot dog,
intentionally
hot dog.
supposed to break
Yeah,
though. Okay.
if it's on purpose, then it's a sandwich.
Yeah,
if
this
it's
one
not,
doesn't
then you just
interest me,
gotta
I'm
work.
sorry.
So
with it.
you know, sometimes when you get lazy and you want to make a PB and J sandwich and you just
Y'all
use
are
one slice
fucking
of bread,
with
right?
Yeah.
And
This
you
is a
put,
topic,
you put
Alpha.
jelly on the same size the bread, the same bread slice that you put the peanut butter.
Yeah.
You fold it over.
Yeah.
Is
So
that
You're
a
not
sandwich?
putting anything.
Did you
Listen,
hear
it's-
this? One
it's
slice
one
of
slice.
peanut butter
One
jelly
slice.
sandwich.
That's too
Ooh, so
deep
you're gonna
for
call that a
something
hot
that's
dog?
too retarded. Like
That's not a hot dog, but is it a sandwich?
But this is a debate. That's the
That's
point of
some real
these
shit.
fishbowl topics.
That is
Alright,
still a
not that
sandwich.
one.
That's still a
Alright.
sandwich.
Whatever. I don't want to see a
Because
Trump
that
or
was
Obama
innovative.
topic in there.
Someone
That's
thought about that
ridiculous.
after the PB&J.
I'm not dealing with that one.
I'm real on this.
I
I'm
say
with
yes.
this.
I say yes.
A hot dog is not a sandwich.
It's a sandwich.
I say it's a sandwich.
I think a
Hold
hot
on,
dog
now
is
it's
a
a
hot
fucking
dog.
conversation.
Hot dog is a hot dog.
Time out. What is your definition? What differentiates besides the shape? Doesn't a sandwich have fillings and sauces? Don't you put ketchup and mustard and relish and onions in it?
The buns have to be
So-
separated.
Hold on.
Next.
Hold on.
I don't-
Boom. My nigga. That's all I'm saying. It has to be separated. Sub is a sandwich.
The sub is a sandwich.
Sub sandwich. That's what you just said, nigga.
It's the bun's not
That's
separated.
Oh, so
Really?
it is a sub a
No, it's
sandwich?
not.
Some
Oh
are.
man, I don't want to get
Jimmy
invested.
John's ain't.
Jimmy John's is. Check yourself, bro.
Jimmy, bro. Jimmy John's
Damn
is
it,
not.
Jimmy John's ain't, bro. How do you eat
Jimmy
it
John's
like this?
ain't. Yeah, Jimmy John's.
Is Jimmy John's a hot dog?
So, no, a hot dog is the wrong thing. That's what it is.
Why is it so much deeper than I thought it'd be?
Jimmy John's, damn, y'all
That's
got
what
me.
a fishbowl
motherfucker.
topic is, bitch.
That's a
That's what we
sandwich.
talk
Y'all know what it is.
about.
Hold on, you know what it is? It's common sense. I'm gonna
Okay.
throw it up there. Hot
Okay.
dog's a hot dog, a sandwich. You know what a fucking sandwich
I
is.
mean, yes.
Your mama taught you what a sandwich is. You know what hot dog ain't. Well, not you. You know what hot dog ain't a sandwich.
Honestly, English wasn't my first language, so I would have thought they were the
Oh.
same
Do you
thing.
speak Indian?
That's
what's the
another
fucking
topic.
What's
language?
Indian?
You can't
Hindu?
speak Indian.
Yeah, dude.
Moving on. I'm just saying.
Next topic.
You don't
Speak
want
Hold on.
Indian.
You know what pisses me off? When you ask a question, the niggas are like, "Oh, that
I
question."
know. Why you get so defensive?
No, answer the question.
I'm sorry. The fishbowl question was a
Oh,
question
she
that
got
you
you
called
right there.
stupid.
Oh, that was two. Shit, she's
So-
twice, Alpha.
Between Indian being a language and a fishbowl
That was
being a
two.
question.
How about this?
Hey,
Next
next
one.
topic.
Next one.
All right, let's go to the next
All
one.
right.
God damn.
Sorry,
y'all.
guys. That was a real topic, nigga.
Fuck.
That was some real shit.
All right. Well, we're going to go around the table for this one. 3 words to describe yourself in high school.
That was mine, by the way.
Wow.
Just saying. That was mine.
I'm not starting off for me.
All right,
I'm that nigga.
I like what you did there.
Done.
Hold on. Go ahead.
Shit. Loud, ignorant.
Wow. Cassie's just like, 2 for 2.
Let's see what else I got.
Slow?
Okay.
Always late, man. That's all.
Oh, it's
CP
late.
time?
For me, in school suspension. Would that be 3? In school suspension.
What's the
School
abbreviation?
suspension.
is that
What's the
In
abbreviation?
school suspension, a lot. Well, a lot is not a.
Well, you just threw in another word.
So bad.
Last word for
Shit,
me is
bad.
love. I was still loved. Though. I was loved.
You were
Loved?
loved?
I was loved.
You were loved?
Okay. Well then, shit. Bad.
Soft ass nigga. I don't need no love.
Goofy. Shit. Lengthy.
You were lengthy. You were a lengthy
lengthy.
nigga. You always been
Yeah,
lengthy.
you are a length. You lengthy.
That's
You
a
gonna
good
be a
one. That
lengthy
was a good
nigga
one.
forever.
Yeah, exactly.
good one.
But it was because I was super skinny back then, so
Oh.
it was even worse. All right, go ahead, Sumie.
You don't got lengthy meat though.
Okay.
How you know?
Hey,
No, we're not going into this.
Driss.
Hey, we're not going into this.
Driss,
Go ahead, Sumie. Sumie,
you know what I'm
just
saying?
Sumie.
I mean, I'm not
Go
gonna,
ahead, hold
I'm
on.
not
Hold
this
on,
guy to
Sumie,
show
Sumie.
niggas, but if we got to,
It's a perfect segue, though. Perfect segue into our next topic.
Sui, sir.
yeah, Sumie started.
That's
Nasty
probably
ass
my next
nigga.
topic too. Anyway, I'll say bullied. I was bullied, but likable.
Describe yourself, though.
Yeah, bullied,
She was
likable, and sheltered.
Well, how are
I was
you?
pretty
How are
sheltered.
you likable and bullied? Why were you bullied? If
Like
you
a
were
bull.
Because she was so
Likeable.
likable, some people had
Oh, likable. I thought you were saying
to
like
be likable.
a bull.
You got to be unlikable.
Oh.
And some people
I thought you
didn't
said
like it.
bullied and then like
And
a
they
bull.
both-
I don't think it
Shut
works
up.
that way.
Some people wanted to be. Some people
Describe
were jealous.
yourself. Stop talking.
Someone
Yeah,
was
3
jealous.
for you.
How
Don't
likable
argue my
she-
reasonings.
3 for
Just
you.
go for it.
I got 2.
No, 3.
I only need 2.
I can give Bashir his.
I only need 2, nigga.
Okay, how about you?
You said,
give
hold
2.
on.
Give 2. We'll
I'm
give
talking. I said
I'm
only
talking.
2. Bashir time. I knew, Cassie. I know you love that shit.
I don't know, you guys. I saw the
bro, we
pictures.
got fun.
That
I
was
will
it.
do every.
It's done.
Hey, I will
Next
give somebody.
topic.
No,
Curtis still gotta go.
Curtis.
He already went.
Oh.
Do it.
No, he didn't.
I'll go.
Oh,
Let
he
me
said
see.
I'm that
He said,
nigga.
I'm that-
Let me
That's
see.
not-
That's I'll
count.
go.
Oh.
I said the N word on the podcast.
You're black.
Yeah, you're dating
You
a
said
black guy.
nigga?
I'll
I did.
go.
Nobody heard me.
Well, they didn't.
You said, hold on,
just kept that to
hold up. Let Curtis go.
I'll go bolsterous.
Okay.
That was a good one. Boisterous?
Boisterous.
It's a teacher. It's a
Yeah,
teacher in the
boisterous.
background. I thought it was both. Okay,
What's that mean,
boisterous.
Cassie?
That means just loud, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You were loud. Like
Yeah, I'm
your
loud.
shirt
I'm
was
just
loud.
natural.
Everything was
loud.
loud.
Goofy.
In trouble.
Ignorant. I'll take Triss's off.
There you
Yeah.
go.
I would say
take
trouble.
the
I'll
rest.
take ignorant.
All
I'll
right.
take trouble.
Trouble.
All right, what's the next one?
Is this the last
This
one?
next
the next one?
topic
Only
is
one,
probably
too.
mine too.
This is the last
Yeah,
one.
this is the last
we doing
one. And
three?
it-
Okay.
I don't know if it's a topic or just a question. I don't know. Girth or length, it says.
I got both, so I'm out of here.
Yeah.
Mic drop.
Yeah, I'm straight.
How
I'm
we
just
supposed
saying,
to
I'm good.
answer
We'll
this?
do another one. Fuck
I was
it.
about to say, how are we supposed to answer this? Go ahead, Sumi. Answer this.
I would say
I really don't
I
want to
would
know,
just
actually, to tell
say
you the truth.
girth more than length, just because
This
length
is a
can
girl
be skinny.
question.
Yeah, that's
though.
all I'm saying. Like, this is
I would
more
say
for,
girth
like,
more than length.
that's great.
Cassie is shaking her head to girth. Okay. Cassie says girth too.
You better be thick.
Yeah. Mic
Guys
drop.
get thick 2018.
You do your,
I'm straight.
I don't even know what exercises you would do.
What if
for that.
niggas started A and then like,
Kegels.
hey.
Oh, this is a paragraph. Hold on. Let me. This one gonna be good.
This is
going
gonna be
forward.
good.
Read it.
Would you rather?
damn.
It's a would you rather?
I like what you
That's good handwriting too.
Let somebody put their big toe in your butthole
Wow.
and have to record it and put it on social media.
Oh, wow.
Or
Read the second part.
let someone put their big toe in your butthole and then in your mouth, but nobody would know.
Second one. I'd rather do the nasty and nobody knows.
I mean, I'm doing the second
That was a
one.
really good one.
I do the second one.
I'm doing
Because
this.
I'd rather do the
Bro,
dirty and nobody
that one-
know.
But
No,
You know?
100%. That one's going to my grave. Second one.
But then you
that's going to my
can't get
grave.
the taste of toe and butthole
No,
out
you
of your
can.
mouth
You
for a
definitely
while.
can. Brush your teeth.
No, butthole laugh.
but that's your butthole.
How you know what butthole tastes like? You ate your own ass.
I'm done with this one.
Yo.
Hey, I'm
Hold on,
going
it
second.
depends.
That's it. I'm going to the grave with it.
This is
It's
going
a
to the
wrap.
grave, yeah.
Whose toe is it?
It depends on whose toe is it.
Damn.
Yeah, whose toe is it? I need a
I
little
don't care.
toe.
My mama ain't never
I
seen
need a
that in my
little toe.
lifetime.
What
That
toe
means your
is it?
mama could see that.
I
At
need a
some
little
point in her
toe.
lifetime, she could see you having a toe in your butthole.
Your
But
children.
You got to
Your
think about this.
children.
No, you got to think about this.
I'm not even respecting my dad.
Are
that
there-
has
Your
that.
toenails better be clipped. That's
Are
all
there
I'm saying. You're
faces
not
in this
making
video?
slits in my
You know what I'm saying?
butthole.
Like, if
'Cause
my
you know how
face
much it's
ain't in
gonna
it,
hurt
they
if
don't
I have
know it's me.
diarrhea?
No, it's yours.
True that.
Like if when she says it's posted on social
True
media,
that.
means like your every tag,
Like
your
your
social security
Instagram
number,
story. Like your Instagram story.
everywhere.
Oh, a story? I could get away with a
No,
story.
they save it. You can save niggas shit. You can't delete
Oh,
it.
nah, we not doing
Shit.
that.
Go ahead. Niggas can screen.
do
Yeah, I'm doing the second
Cat.
one. Second
Screenshot.
one.
Yeah, I'm doing the same.
Is that a unanimous decision? Second one?
You know how many
Yeah.
screenshots
Second
you have
one.
to do to capture all that?
Damn.
It's enough
Niggas
to see
are
the
creative,
butthole
bro.
and the toe.
If I wanted to keep it so bad, I would do it.
Hey,
No,
and that was
Do another one.
that was fishbowl topics.
Fishbowl topics.
That was our fishbowl topics.
That was fish though topic.
we should have like a little fish.
So-
soundtrack.
That was good.
That
Man.
was
I
good.
felt like we got back into the swing pretty
Oh,
quick.
good.
Also,
Start
I
We
want
didn't miss a
to
beat.
also want to say, so if any listeners have any fishbowl topics that they want to add,
Yes, send them in, send them in.
DM to us, DM
Sunday.
them to
DM us.
Slide into
DM
our
us.
DMs.
Slide
Yeah.
into the DMs.
or just Twitter DM, email us.
Show
everything.
up at our place.
Oh, you can
With
show up
the
at the
Do
cigar.
not pull up. Do not pull up here.
But just bring a bottle.
Yeah,
or
bring
a
pizza.
case.
If you got
Yeah,
come through,
niggas
bring
gotta
some
have
pizza.
pizza. For real.
Supreme Meat Lovers Pizza
Is that a thing?
for Sumie.
We don't need that much meat. We got enough meat.
I can
Yeah,
take
that's
the
too
meat.
much meat.
I don't eat
I don't
any-
want to
eat
know
any-
how much
don't
meat
say
you can
that.
take
Don't
to
eat
There's
meat.
no quota on the amount of meat you can
Oh,
have.
stop it.
Was that sexual innuendo?
Yo, is that sexual?
Stop it.
No, I made meat trays for
That
one
was
night. You guys have seen the
100%
meat trays.
sexual. Everything Sumie says is sexual.
Yeah.
That's not true.
Yes, it is, bro.
I'm joking.
Yeah, but yo,
All right.
welcome
Now-
back, y'all.
Yeah.
we did
back.
it. Season
We're here
2.
to stay. We're here to stay.
Oh, and ooh, shit.
yeah, yeah.
Damn.
Pussy got your tongue.
Yeah.
See, everything is. Everything is.
We talked about this, and I think we all agreed. We're not gonna do seasons. We're just gonna.
Yeah,
we're gonna
we
be
just
consistent.
going.
We gotta
we
go.
just going.
Oh yeah, I mean, but this is still season 2.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it. Well,
Season 2 is gonna last forever.
Season's going. Yeah, it's gonna be forever. Because I don't. We took that time off again
To get our orders, our
and it
affairs
just
and
get
orders.
better
yeah.
for you guys. Hopefully that episode. I
Yeah.
mean, we're gonna get into a lot of topics this year.
Part 2.
Yeah.
Part 2.
yeah.
Part 2.
Part 2.
Continue.
Back.
Do you like part
what is
2?
that?
Better than
Continue.
Part
You did
two?
part 2?
To be,
Part 2.
If we take a hiatus, we got part 3 coming.
I think we should
We
do
don't know when the
seasons.
hiatus
I
is
honestly
coming.
Because
think
you
we
can
should do
always take a
seasons.
couple weeks off to
How about we
generate
discuss this
ideas.
off the
Yeah,
podcast?
yeah,
true
do
that. We're
this off
giving
the
them our
podcast. Hey, we didn't touch on music this year or today either.
This year at all either.
Huh? Yeah.
We haven't.
we don't
this
need to
year.
explain.
Well,
I mean, we can just say this: Drake's
Been killing it.
Drake,
Yeah,
Drake's
Drake's
doing
doing
it.
it.
Just dropped
The
some
Scary
jams.
Hours
Grammys
stuff.
are this
Grammys are tomorrow.
weekend.
Does anyone care about the Grammys?
I do.
Truly?
I want to see the Grammys.
I don't
Not
need
anymore.
approval from them people.
I don't care.
I know who's fire and who's
I'm not getting money.
Yeah, I don't.
That's
I don't-
true. I will say this: as a kid, these shows were a lot better.
I think the red carpet is always more fun.
Red
to
carpet
watch.
is fun
Red
now.
carpet is fun to watch.
I'm not
Yeah.
into that.
You know what?
I'm just not into
I
all
like
that.
awards
also
But I think
feel
social
like
media
Fashion,
ruined the
bro.
award shows.
It's all fashion.
I really,
Yeah, they give it
Social
all.
media really.
I
ruined
really
award
feel
shows.
like celebrities don't even want to be at these award events.
They don't unless
a
they're
lot of them
nominated.
are falling off. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
they don't want to go.
Unless they're nominated, they don't
we
care.
Yeah.
should record the after parties.
I feel
Why
like
is
it's
nobody
cooler.
recording
To,
after
I feel like
parties?
it's cooler to win an award and not be there.
Because it shows you don't care.
Yeah,
and
It's
honestly,
like, oh, whatever.
no,
I hate those niggas.
No,
bro.
no, no. But
I actually do
I
hate those people. I
I'm
think
like,
that's so
I wanna hear
Nah,
ignorant.
that shit's
no,
cool.
no, you want to know why I don't think it's ignorant?
Show up on
because my
satellite.
thing is, this is the creative in all of us that we should be adhering to. You don't get into something for awards. You get into it
Goddamn right.
'Cause you love it.
I'm on. You
Yeah,
fucking
and you love
right,
it. You
Alpha.
love it.
You can be
Goddamn
dope and
right.
solve awards.
You
No, the
can-
awards
I'm
come
not,
with it.
I'm not mad at people. No,
Be so dope.
But
awards
don't look
come
for
with
that
it.
but
approval
that shouldn't
for
be
your
your number
for your
one goal.
creativity.
I don't
Awards-
get like when I see when Jay-Z boycotted the Grammys in '99. Dope.
Yeah.
Okay, but I'm
I'm
just saying,
fine.
I don't
I'm
think
with
that
it.
it makes you less dope to show up to
No,
collect
it
your
doesn't.
award.
Anyways,
Hold on. I gotta throw something out from music real quick before you do. Top Dog is having a fucking tour. Top Dog.
All the TD.
Oh,
Yeah.
Except
Oh, no,
Isaiah
oh,
Rashad.
no,
Isaiah
oh,
Rashad not there. That was some trash shit. Who's the other dude that's in there?
I haven't really fucked with Isaiah.
Lance?
Anyways,
Sir's my nigga. I
Yeah,
fuck with
yeah,
Sir.
yeah.
Anyways,
SZA,
it's time to
Kendrick.
it's time to
Yeah,
wrap
yeah,
this
we're
up.
ra-
We're gonna
we're
wrap this
rambling
up.
Wait, Curtis
mad.
has to end it. doesn't
Yeah,
he?
Curtis gonna end it. This camera.
Listen, guys. we love y'all and we appreciate y'all tuning
Look into
back
the camera.
Talk to him.
I know.
Look,
Talk to our
yeah.
people, bro.
We love y'all. We appreciate y'all to get my Barry Manilow on. But yeah, we coming back with more. We coming back here harder. Everybody at this table, we grind, we focusing.
Damn, bro, hit that table
Yeah,
again.
bruh.
There we go.
We getting it in, man. We coming back like a freight train. Be
Let's go.
prepared. Dig.
All right.
For sure.